Dazzled in a gold disco ball outfit at the BET Awards. Sean Combs was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
But I had to get focused, man. I had to get locked in because it's important. Life is important, and we ain't here just for ourselves. We're here for our ancestors. You feel me?
Jussie Smollett made his red carpet return after he was convicted and sentenced for staging a fake attack. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual.
What he doing at the BET Awards? Well,
only
BET ain't the BET that it used to be.
To learn more. Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
A trio of longtime rockers stage a massive jam session overseas.
An epic 3-hour show at England's Glastonbury Festival. Paul McCartney rocked out with a little help from his friends. Like Dave Grohl. And then the Boss joined him. Paul McCartney making history as the oldest headliner ever for the Glastonbury Festival. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
Electric vehicle makers are cashing in on high gas prices. The Wall Street Journal says they've been raising prices partly to offset costs for materials used in their batteries, partly to take advantage of strong consumer interest. Tesla has increased prices 3 times this year for its Model Y SUV, which now goes for $70,000.
$70,000. You think I'm gonna spend $70,000 on a car? That's crazy. That may not get me across Texas. I don't think so.
Men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers.
I don't believe that's gonna work out for me. I'm a gas man. I'm a gas man. I'm a gas man. Yes, I am. I'm a gas man. I'm a gas man. Yes, I am. I believe in gasoline.
I've been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options.
I'm a gas man. Yes, I am. I'm for gas. I'm for gas. I'm for gas, gas, gas.
334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Your Montgomery Biscuits are ready to take on the 2022 season with the best bands in minor league baseball. Join us for a summer full of theme weekends, celebrations, and the best biscuits in town. For ticket information, go to thisisbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
$49. Hey, Montgomery Fractal, that's what it is every fun bus there. That's right, $49 down to the top over 300 late model light view, car truck, van, SUV, convertible, sports cars, America's finest, starting with prices of $6,900 and $49 down delivered. Yep, think your credit report's a little messy? Been told no in the past? Bankruptcy, medical bills, or even a foreclosure?
I'm a gas man. Yes, I am.
I work with the banks and the lenders that understand your past and know you're more than just a number. You're number one to me. This special relationship allows us 100% credit approval gold. That's right, 100% credit approval gold. It's absolute top dollar for your car. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. No trade-in required. Oh, did I say $49 down delivered? Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendale Parkway, Montgomery, or 508 Queen Smith Road, Prattville. MyBudgetOnline.com. That's MyBudgetOnline.com.
Dirty exterior? Don't scrub it. Wet it and forget it. Wet and forget. The easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrate or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
It's getting hot out there, but Untuckit has you covered with the coolest shirts made to beat the heat. From sweat-wicking performance button-downs to wrinkle-free polos that resist pesky creases. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked, so they keep you looking sharp and feeling comfortable when the heat is on. Headed to the beach or a barbecue, Untuckit shirts are the perfect choice. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com or at over 80 stores.
It could be information to change your life forever. Or the Something You Should Know podcast could just be something interesting.
In a study, there were 8 times the number of bacteria in a carton of milk that had been drank from directly. Now, that bacteria won't necessarily make you sick. What that bacteria will do, however, is cause the milk to deteriorate faster and go bad. And that is something you should know.
Join Mike Carruthers and guests for Something You Should Know. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Alrighty then.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, there's a new drumstick on the block. That's right, meet the July Blizzard Treats of the Month. The new caramel drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard Treat and the drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard Treat. Try both today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
A much rainier and stormier pattern on the way this week. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon into the evening, and even a few showers and storms at night can't be ruled out. Temperatures will range from the mid-90s today and tomorrow to the low 90s and upper 80s starting Wednesday, through the rest of the week into the weekend. So no more triple-digit heat, but plenty of chances for daily scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Monday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Nothing being reported to send you on an alternate route. Interstate systems moving smoothly into
Good
the
morning, Greg.
Albany and Greenville, no problem on 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted at ReinhardtToyota.com. You can see and purchase vehicles that are on order and haven't arrived yet. Get the Toyota you want at ReinhardtToyota.com. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes, but why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. The Supreme Court's landmark ruling on abortion sent shockwaves across the U.S.
Didn't shock me.
From coast to coast.
It didn't shock me. It did not shock me at all.
Montgomery, 100 people gathered near the Alabama Department of Archives and History, saying they're disappointed in the Supreme Court's decision.
Ooh.
75th annual Chilton County.
What do you think about them killing?
In the book,
no.
Along with the fun and festivities.
Great day in America. Other day. Great day. Great day.
Mayor says they hosted about 190 vendors and 40 food trucks with thousands of people attending this year. Major repairs are underway on State Highway 81, that's between Tuskegee and Notasulga. The shutdown comes after what authorities thought would be a one-day repair that's turned into a far more extensive project. Right now, the bridge is scheduled to reopen this Friday, July 1st. I'm Jasmine Williams with your Morning Headline.
Being here with Just Blinds and Prattville, your trusted source for all things quality and beauty when it comes to window treatments for your home. Well, no question, the summertime heat has arrived in full force. Let us at Just Blinds help you not only cool down your home and your outdoor living space, we'll also help you save money on those cooling bills. How do we do that? Easy. With the latest in energy-efficient shades and blinds, complete with a range of options for motorization and automation. Visit our Just Blonde showroom in Prattville or online at justblonde.com. And stay cool, everyone.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay.
Top of the morning to you.
I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I
gotta get me one of those ring things, man.
Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Dirty exterior? Don't scrub it. Wet it and forget it. Wet and Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrate or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
It's getting hot out there, but Untuckit has you covered with the coolest shirts made to beat the heat. From sweat-wicking performance button-downs to wrinkle-free polos that resist pesky creases. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked, so they keep you looking sharp and feeling comfortable when the heat is on. Headed to the beach or a barbecue, Untuckit shirts are the perfect choice. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com or at over 80 stores.
Life South and our first responder agencies here in the River region are joining forces for the second annual Guns N' Hoses Blood Drive. Show your support and join us on Thursday, June 30th from 9 to 5 at the Life South Donor Center on Carmichael Road. Each donor will receive a Life South t-shirt, a $10 e-gift card, refreshments from Murphy Family Restaurant, McDonald's, Chicken Salad Chick, Christmas hot dogs, and more. So come spend some time with us and donate as we help to save lives right here at home. See you on the 30th for Guns N' Hoses.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And here we go, said the bro. Here we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It is another day that the Lord has made. It is time for our daily bread. Good morning. I'm Kevin Elkins, and I'm the host of this thing we call Decisions. You know why we call it Decisions? Because everything we do requires one. And even if you don't make one, well, you just did. It is our time for our daily bread, a word from on high to change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is June the 27th, 2022 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled God's Provision. The scripture insight today comes from 2 Kings 4, 1 through 7. Elijah replied to her, "How can I help you? Tell me, what do you have in your house?" That's 2 Kings 4 and 2. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is June the 27th, 2022 AD. It is a day like all the rest that has never been. And it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and undo all the things that you do this day. But more importantly, you don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done. So whatever it is that you do this day with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. Like I tell you every morning, people say, why do you say the same thing every morning? Because each morning is a new blessing. It is a new day. It is a day that was never promised, and we weren't promised to be here. But each day we wake up, it is a new opportunity to do something for someone besides yourself. And if we've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, reach out and help somebody else for as long as you can, while you can, until you can't. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never, ever quit. Because winners don't quit, and quitters never win. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. It is a great day to be alive. God's provision, June the 27th, 2022 AD. Good morning to you.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our Daily Bread. My name is Xochitl Dixon. Today, I'm looking forward to introducing you to a special young friend of mine in God's provision. 3-year-old Buddy and his mom went to church each week to help unload groceries from the food ministry truck. When Buddy overheard his mom telling his grandmother that the delivery truck broke down, he said, "Oh no, how will they do food ministry?" His mom explained that the church would have to raise money to buy a new truck. Buddy smiled. "I have money," he said, leaving the room. He returned with a plastic jar decorated with colorful stickers and filled with coins, which amounted to a little over $38. Though Buddy didn't have much, God combined his sacrificial offering with gifts from others to provide a new refrigerated truck so that the church could continue serving their community. A small amount offered generously is always more than enough when placed in God's hands. In 2 Kings 4, a poor widow asked the prophet Elisha for financial assistance. He told her to take inventory of her own resources, reach out to her neighbors for help, then follow his instructions. In a miraculous display of provision, God used the widow's small amount of oil to fill all the jars she collected from her neighbors. Elisha told her, "Sell the oil and pay your debts. You and your sons can live on what is left." When we focus on what we don't have, we risk missing out on watching God do great things with what we do have. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 to 7. The wife of a man from the company of the prophets cried out to Elisha, "Your servant, my husband, is dead, and you know that he revered the Lord. But now his creditor is coming to take my 2 boys as his slaves." Elisha replied to her, "How can I help you? Tell me, what do you have in your house?" "Your servant has nothing there at all," she said, "except a small jar of olive oil." Elisha said, "Go around and ask all your neighbors for empty jars. Don't ask for just a few. Then go inside and shut the door behind you and your sons. Pour oil into all the jars, and as each is filled, put it to one side." She left him and shut the door behind her and her sons. They brought the jars to her, and she kept pouring. When all the jars were full, she said to her son, "Bring me another one." But he replied, "There is not a jar left." Then the oil stopped flowing. She went and told the man of God, and he said, "Go, sell the oil and pay your debts. You and your sons can live on what is left." Let's pray. Faithful provider, please help us to be mindful and grateful as we faithfully manage and share all you've given us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Well, time to get up. Time to rise and shine. Here we go.
All the way, gotta be
rough and tough, airborne, every day, we run to the sun.
No sweat.
Oh, not yet, down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans.
Nothing to eat but a can of beans.
The bread was moldy and the meat was bad.
Bread was molded and the meat was well.
You know darn well that you can't eat that.
Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta be
rough and tough, airborne. All the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. Drive it on all the way. Oh yeah, it's PT time today too. Don't forget about that. Somebody called the mayor and the first sergeant and the sergeant major. Well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light
with a chilling glow.
all the way, airborne, airborne, all the way, driving on, driving on.
All the way, airborne, airborne, all the way.
Ah, yes, yes, feels good, first sergeant. Here we go. Rough and tough, airborne, all the way. All right, time for the run. Somebody get the first son, tell me he ain't retired yet. And Sergeant Major too, tell me he's not retired till next week. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh yeah. Run a little, run some more. Your left foot strikes the ground. Well, I want to hear that clapping sound. Oh, everybody. Oh yeah. All the way. Fired up. Feeling good. Gonna run. Hollywood. Hollywood. I'm good. Looking good. All right. Dynamite. Everybody. Sound off. Keep it tight. In the middle. Dress it right. In the front. Rock steady. Rough and ready. 80 deuce. Here with an airborne. Leaning me. Rough and tough. Hey you. How you feel? Feeling good. All right. Dynamite. Guide the sight. Feeling good. Motivated. Dedicated. Wanna be. Airborne. Woo. Okay. All right then. First time I ever had can drink coffee while doing PT. Woo! Okay then. Good morning to you. Woo! That PT early in the morning still kind of rough. Must be getting old. But I won't quit. I won't give up. Never, ever give up. Good morning to you. Now let's pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Good morning to Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery's Police Department, the Sheriff Department, ALEA, Alabama Law Enforcement Agency, and I forget anybody, the FBI, which is upstairs, and all the rest of those guys. Say good morning to them, to all the people who go in when everybody else is running out. Good morning to you, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. The United States Air Force, whose motto is aim high. That's better than aiming low. And good morning to the United States Air Force's intellectual arm of it. Welcome all the people that come here to Montgomery, Alabama from all over the world. And that is no exaggeration. People come from all over the world. I see them all the time out on base. Trust me, it's a great place to be. The United States Navy, whose motto is acres away. I've always had a special place in my heart for those people who float on a boat out in the middle of the ocean with nowhere to run if that sucker goes down. Hey, much respect, much respect. But I've been on a couple of them boats too, you know what I mean? I actually been on the USS Kitty Hawk. Oh yeah, they know that, did you? Got a lot of secrets. Used to be stationed at Pearl Harbor. Oh yeah. Been there and done that. I'm just saying. The United States Marine Corps, whose motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines couldn't pronounce that, so we broke it down to Semper Fi. Well, whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Don't you wish everybody was? Good morning, Jarheads. And last, but certainly not least, good morning, Sergeant Major, 50-50, and all the rest of the Army guys in town. We salute you this morning. The U.S. Army, home of such storied organizations such as the 82nd Airborne. We call it the 80 Deuce, along with the Rangers, who's not that far from here down in Fort Benning, Fort Leavenworth, Fort Riley, Fort Dix, Fort Lewis, Fort Benjamin Harrison, and all those other places where we said you go this far and no more. Good morning to you. Oh, did I get sanitation department there? I hope I did. Thank you, my sanitation department. Hey, those guys are up working before I do. Them and the police. Anyway, good morning to you. Boy, it's a great day to be alive. Doesn't everybody agree? Yeah, everybody agree with that? Yes. I mean, how you gonna not agree with that? Come on, man. How you gonna not agree with that? I mean, give me a break. Anyway, good morning to you. I was in church a couple of Sundays ago, and I've been wanting to share this story. I just hadn't. I never have heard of this guy named Charles Spurgeon, and after doing some research, this guy. Now I don't know if he was the person he was, if he was just one of those people who said he was of God or not, I don't know. But I do know one thing: the man got some sayings that make you think, make you just. And if he was just half the person that he seems that he was on in his writings, what a fantastic guy. But he gave a story, and I'm going to share with you guys this one because I think in this day and time it is profound. He gave a story that there was a captain of a ship, and he went one of those cruise ships, right? One of those cruise ships. So they go floating around the world, all this time. And so his wife could never ever go with him Okay, because he had to work. The man was working. He wasn't up there playing. He's working. Got a big ship, whole lot of souls on that ship that you got to look out for while they're having a good time on the deck, eating the great food. Put on their best clothes and stuff like that. So she came, and so finally one day when they were shipping, she just so happened she was on a cruise when a big storm was on the horizon. I mean, it was a big storm, right? Because if you've ever been, now I've been in a little storm. I've never been in a big storm because I don't know if my brain could take a big storm out there in that ocean. But then again, and that gets to the point of the things. I'm gonna get to it. Big storm was coming up, so his wife said, "Well, we should turn back. We should turn back." Because she was kind of like the disciples, right? When the ocean started to roar up and God told them to peace be still, anyway. So anyway, so he was trying to tell her, well, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. So he just told her, don't worry about it. And she was apoplectic. She was just, what? We going to it? We going into it? Come on, man. We're going into the storm. And so there was a sword on these in the quarters there right there. And he picked up a sword and he pointed the sword to her chest. And she wasn't scared. He said, well, why aren't you scared? Because you're my husband. So the lesson was, he said, that's right. It ain't the storm. It's whose hand it's in. See, and I thought that was so profound, because that's what life is all about. Like, take guns. It's not the gun. It's whose hand it's in. Some people use things to hurt. Others can use that same thing to help. But it is whose hand it's in. And I thought that there was such a lesson in that Dr. Merrithew put on a couple weeks ago, until it's whose hand. You see, she wasn't afraid. She was afraid of the storm of water on a big old boat, but she wasn't afraid when he picked up a sword and put it close to her heart. Because you know why she wasn't afraid? Because of whose hand it was in. Now, this is a story from Charles Spurgeon, and I sure hope I got it right. But I hope you got the message of that. Wasn't the sword, kind of like life? Who do you put your faith in? Whose hands are you in? So before you get all scared and all messed up in life, whose hands are you in? And yesterday we were in, okay, I know this ain't Ridge's Thursday, but I had an interesting time because we were in Corinthians, but we'll get to that Thursday. And it was interesting. And there again, I showed my intellectual prowess, because when I went up to one of the deacons and I asked him a question about this verse in First Corinthians. Now, he didn't really have an answer for me, but that's okay. I can live with that. We can get to that some other time. All right. Anyway, I have to go to a break, but I just thought Charles Spurgeon, I don't know who that guy, I never heard him till last week. Of course, I just goes to show you, there's a lot of things I've never heard of. Okay. So it was really, really interesting. Whose hand is it? She was scared of the storm, but she wasn't scared of him, even though he had a sword next to her heart. If he had plunged her, she'd have died. But she wasn't scared, because whose hand the sword was in. That was such a profound lesson in that. So whose hand are you in this morning? Well, we may need to check that out. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. I want to do something this year that I've never done, but I'm actually going to do it this year. But I'll tell you about that next hour. We'll be back after this. Whose hand it's in. That is such profound. Okay, so Charles Spurgeon is smarter than me. Okay. We'll be back. Good morning to you. It is a great day to be alive.
Just you wait and see.
Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dairy Queen. Hey, DQ fans, there's a new drumstick on the block. That's right, meet the July Blizzard Treats of the Month. The new caramel drumstick with peanuts Blizzard Treat and the drumstick with peanuts Blizzard Treat. Try both today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
A much rainier and stormier pattern on the way this week. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon into the evening, and even a few showers and storms at night can't be ruled out. Temperatures will range from the mid-90s today and tomorrow to the low 90s and upper 80s starting Wednesday through the rest of the week into the weekend. So no more triple-digit heat, but plenty of chances for daily scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. No money down and your good credit gets you any vehicle on the lot at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter. Cars, trucks, SUVs. It's all at Reinhardt Used Car Supercenter on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major.
You love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
The Collegiate League of Legends World had the shock of a lifetime this week as the Houston University of St. Thomas won their first ever CLOL championship with ease. Besides beating multi-championship winner Maryville University, St. Thomas set the record for the fastest CLOL Grand Finals as they beat Bay State University with a total game time of 77 minutes, 55 seconds. With this performance, St. Thomas is here to stay.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com. Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because our Sleep Number 360 smart bed is really smart. It senses your movement and automatically adjusts to help keep you both comfortable. Plus, it's temperature balancing, so you stay cool. It's even smart enough to know exactly how long, how well, and when you slept, and to help you get almost 30 minutes more restful sleep per night. Sleep Number takes care of the science. All you have to do is sleep. The Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $8.99 plus special financing. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required.
The Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organization and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit MontgomeryAL.gov and the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Hey, bud, this is Tez.
Captain from North Carolina at American Ocean Moore.
We have some great news. We're getting in a warehouse.
Yes, the bad news is we have over $1 million worth of inventory that we have to move. That's over 4,000 pieces.
So, Captain, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a huge warehouse sale. Discount it and sell it, then move it.
For the first time ever, we will be giving an additional discount on over 4,000 items in the rustic outlet.
Don't let it pass you by.
Come save big and help us get it gone.
Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's home.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and other providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with this, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I've been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Visit guys at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to Montgomery Men's Health.
Ron's whooping nose. Or damages your roof. It's hard to know what to do next.
Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit Ron's Roofing 215-0070.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 40.
It's true.
Okay, it's like Monday, right? I had to give you my motivating speech this morning. Not me, but this is all about marbles. How marbles can change your life. I know. Don't go any place. Good. Okay. So stay tuned. We'll come back. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about what happened on Friday in the United States of America after 50 years of our babies in abortion clinics. The Supreme Court didn't do away with abortion, but they said, you know what? That's not a federal law. They did it wrong. The interpretation of the law was wrong, and the implementation the way they did it. But we'll talk about that, all kind of things. It's a great day for a bunch of kids that they really, one thing Ronald Reagan said, it's a funny. Everybody that's for is alive. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back after this.
I tried to kill myself with a bottle of pills. And the fact of the matter is I trusted no one. And looking back, I guess how could I? From the time my parents left me, to the time another foster kid raped me, to the time I was bullied so bad, I genuinely could not fathom a world where I could trust anybody. So fast forward, here I am, 14 years old, and entering my umpteenth foster home. I was a veteran at this whole sort of getting kicked out of one home, moved to the next. You meet these people who were like literally complete and total strangers 10 minutes ago, who are now apparently your mom and dad. Kids don't take candy from strangers, just move in with them. So I'm sitting in the van in the driveway of this next home, and that's when I see Rodney. He's standing up there on the front porch, and immediately I notice this is a large fella. He's 6'5", he's 350 pounds, and as a 14-year-old boy, I couldn't help but notice when he's turned to the side like that, he's shaped like a lowercase b. It's amusing now, but in the moment it was tactical. Maybe that's how I could get kicked out of this home. Maybe I could get under his skin about his weight. So I move in with him. I'm being obnoxious, I'm being ungrateful, I'm being just downright rude and mean, I'm setting things on fire, and 3 years later, I can't shake this guy. Rodney won't kick me out. So I step up my game. I go to the local bank in town. I open up a checking account. I put about $90 in there. Then I proceed to write $10,000 worth of checks. Obviously, checks bouncing one after the next after the next. One check that bounced was for my car insurance. I'm going down the road speeding, Stillwater, Oklahoma, 88 miles an hour. No car insurance, no driver's license. I get pulled over, handcuffed, thrown in the back of a cop car, and sent to jail. I call Rodney. Like, Rodney, I'm in Stillwater. I'm in jail. I'll tell you the whole thing when you get here. Can you please come bail me out tonight? He said, I will come bail you out, but not till tomorrow. Rodney frustratingly believed sometimes one of the most loving things you could do for a kid was allow them to sit in either the success of their wonderful choice or the stupidity of their foolish choice. Next morning, he comes, bails me out, exactly as promised. We have a long, very awkward car ride home. No one says anything. We get back to the house. He's like, we need to sit down and talk. And I knew this moment had finally come. So Rodney, his wife, sat me down to give me the talk I've had a dozen times. He looks in my eyes and says, son, you can keep causing problems. You can keep trying to mess up. You can keep pushing us away. You can keep trying to get us to kick you out of here, but you've got to get it through your thick head, son. We don't see you as a problem. We see you as an opportunity. And in that moment, all my skepticism came to the surface. And I thought, what a cheesy, stupid thing to say to a 17-year-old kid. But then I was overwhelmed with the reality that this guy actually meant it. He didn't see what I was, what was on the surface. The obnoxious kid, the ungrateful kid, the kid getting suspended. He saw what I could be. It was genuinely my turning point. Statistically, I am supposed to be dead, in jail, or homeless. But because of one caring adult. I'm not a statistic. Every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story. Every child who winds up doing well has had at least one stable and committed relationship with a supportive adult. My friend and mentor Reggie Joyner taught me to think about it this way. In this jar are 936 marbles. Each one of these marbles represents a single week from the birth of a kid until that kid turns 18 years old. So if you know a 9-year-old, you've only got 468 marbles, or weeks, however you want to look at it, remaining. You know a 16-year-old? You got 104 marbles remaining. Right here, we are looking at time. In fact, you're looking at all the time or all of the weeks you have left to influence this kid, or this kid before they turn 18 and begin making critical life decisions without your presence. The difference between a statistic and a success story is you.
The difference is you. Good morning to you. Okay, now that you've had that great story, you didn't know marbles could teach you that, did you? No, I know you didn't know. We good. I got you. Next up, it is the lessons of life and the word of the day. The word of the day is a good word. I think it's a good word. Anyway, I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys be the judger of whether or not this is a great word or not. I think it's a pretty good word personally. I had never really heard it before, so now I'm gonna share with you guys this morning. Lessons of life. These are the things you learn by living. You can hear about them all your life, but until you've gone through some of these things, you don't have a clue of what it is. But first, the word of the day, and this is a word to hopefully help you tell your boss where to put it sometimes when it's a pain in the butt. But when you tell him, he'll want to give you a raise. Okay, so you need to pay attention. He won't know you're talking about it. Okay. Like I tell my son, you can tell me anything. If you disagree with me, just say, but do it with respect, and we'll have the conversation. Okay. Now I may not agree with you still, and every once in a while, my 15-year-old, he will change my mind. It don't happen too often, but it does happen because I'll listen to him. As long as he does it with respect and don't be calling me names and cussing me out and stuff like that. He's bigger than I am anyway, so but I ain't scared. Okay, I'm just saying. So, but the word of the day means to become very hard and refuse to change. Now I know stubborn is one of those two, but that's not the word. The word is ossify. Ossify. It means to become very hard and refuse to change. Like and that's the problem with old folks, is that we become ossified because we become hard to our thoughts and we don't want to change because we've been doing it this way for so long until this has got to be the right way. Okay, which it may or may not be, but so it's ossified. So next time your dad or your mom comes to you, won't change, says, Mom, Dad, or the teacher, I understand you're ossified. I got that part. Now they won't know what the hell you're saying. Okay, but you tell them that they're stubborn and that they won't change no matter what. I'm just saying you might want to throw that a bomb And then by the time they come back to you the rest of the day. Now, if you put it this way, they actually may go look up the word and say, well, the child may have something, may have something there, okay? So ossify, O-S-S-I-F-Y, okay? You might have a teacher or something that you might want to, run that by, and without them getting mad because they won't know what the hell it means anyway, okay? Anyway, good morning to you. Now, I had never heard this saying before until I listened to Rick Rigsby, Advice of a Third Grade Dropout. And ever since then, every time I hear this, I said, wow, it's true. It's true. Now, you guys know, before I get out of here, you guys know that a lot of us think that our way is the only way. There's no other way, that we're the smartest guy in the room. Now, the only one that applies to is me in this room. And that's only because I'm in this room by myself. Okay, so we got that. But he did say something. First of all, here's what you need to understand about ego. Everybody, every last one of us is replaceable. No matter what your status in life is, no matter where you are, no matter where, everybody is replaceable. So ego is the anesthetic that dulls the pain of stupidity. Okay, so keep yours in check, because everyone, I mean everyone, is replaceable. Humility is a trait that we seem sometimes to have forgotten. But humility is a far greater attribute to have than ego. Let me say that one more time. You might want to, like he said, you might want to tell somebody about this. Ego is the anesthetic that dulls the pain of stupidity. Keep yours in check. Everybody, not somebody, not some people, everybody is replaceable. So that is my lesson of life today. Keep your ego in check. It is June the 27th. It is the 178th day of the year. There are 187 days left in this year. It was on this day, 1950, that the UN Security Council passed a resolution calling on member nations to help South Korea repel an invasion by the North. In 1787, English historian Edward Gibbon completed work on his 6-volume work, The History and Decline and the Fall of the Roman Empire. We can just kind of like put the United States in there at some point. In 1880, author and lecturer Helen Keller, who lived most of her life without sight or hearing, was born, believe it or not, in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Now, they didn't tell me that when I was coming. I knew about Helen Keller. I didn't know she was born in Alabama. I thought she was up there in the East Coast someplace. 1942, the FBI announced the arrest of 8 Nazi saboteurs put ashore in Florida and Long Island. In New York, all were tried and sentenced to death. 6 were executed, while 2 were spared for turning themselves in and cooperating with U.S. authorities. In 1944, during World War II, American forces liberated the French port of something, no sense we trying to kill their name, from the Germans. But I think it's called Cherbourg, or close to it. 1955, Illinois enacted the nation's first automobile seatbelt law. The law did not require cars to have seatbelts, but if they were made seatbelts ready. So, so the next year they put them in. The year was 1957. Not only is the greatest thing in that year happened, which I was born. Hurricane Audrey slammed into coastal Louisiana and Texas as a Category 4 storm. The official death toll for that storm surpassed 390 people. Although a variety of states, federal and local sources have estimated the number of fatalities in somewhere between 400 and 600. 1974, Richard Nixon opened an official visit to the Soviet Union. At that time, it was called the Soviet Socialist Republic, or something close to that. 1985, the legendary Route 66, which originally stretched from Chicago to Santa Monica, California, passed into history as officials decertified the road. In 1988, at least 56 people were killed when a commuter train ran into a stationary train at Gare de Lyon terminal in Paris. I think I got that one right, actually. 1991, Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall, the first black jurist to sit on the nation's highest court, announced his retirement. His departure led to a contentious nomination of Clarence Thomas to succeed him. In 2005, the Supreme Court ruled in a pair 5-4 decision that displaying the Ten Commandments on government property was constitutionally permissible in some cases, but not in others. I should read that dissent, see what happened on that one. 2006, a constitutional amendment to ban desecration of the American flag died in a Senate cliffhanger, falling one vote short of the 67 needed to send it to states for ratification. Yeah, even though I don't like seeing people do that, even though I don't like seeing people desecrate the flag, I think we live in a country that's big enough to handle it, because that's what America's all about. It's all about being able to redress your government and their grievances. And the First Amendment we don't need a First Amendment if everything everybody said we agreed with. No, the First Amendment is also for the people who say things we disagree with. Okay, so I'm good with that one. That's good. I'm good with it. That's not a bad deal. We don't like it. No, we don't like it at all. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Okay, let's take a break, and we'll be back. Uno momento with more of Decisions with me, Kevin Elkins, the smartest guy in this room.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. The Supreme Court's landmark ruling on abortion sent shockwaves across the U.S. Protests took place from coast to coast, with thousands mobilized on behalf of women's reproductive health rights. In Montgomery, 100 people gathered near the Alabama Department of Archives and History, saying they're disappointed in the Supreme Court's decision. The 75th annual Chilton County Peach Festival is officially in the books, and along with the fun and festivities, the Peach Festival brings in a lot of tourists and money to the area. Clanton's mayor says they hosted about 190 vendors and 40 food trucks, with thousands of people attending.
What's up, John?
Major repairs are underway on State Highway 81, that's between Tuskegee and Notasulga. The shutdown comes after what authorities thought would be a one-day repair that's turned into a far more extensive project. Right now, the bridge is scheduled to reopen this Friday, July 1st. I'm Jasmine Williams with your Morning Headlines.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A weekend of protests and prayer after the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, a landmark ruling that legalized abortion 49 years ago. Correspondent Cammie McCormick begins our coverage.
From Los Angeles, where many young people gathered, including this 18-year-old.
When you're just about to start your adulthood and you think about, oh, wow, I'm going to be so free, but really, it's kind of a reality check.
To Miami.
That's the government sticking a gun to my head and telling me what I need to do.
A new poll from CBS News finds most Americans disapprove of the ruling, including 2/3 of women.
LGBTQ supporters spoke out at Pride protests over Justice Clarence Thomas' concurring opinion that said the court should also reconsider its 2015 decision legalizing same-sex marriage, and a 23 decision striking down laws that criminalize same-sex sex.
We're really just going to the past.
Our CBS News poll finds 57% of Americans believe it is likely the Supreme Court will put limits on same-sex marriage. President Biden is among G7 leaders who vowed to support Ukraine until the end. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe is traveling with Mr. Biden in the German Alps.
The White House announced a series of steps that the G7 are expected to take this week to continue supporting Ukraine and build on their unprecedented sanctions against Russia.
For the first time in nearly 3 weeks, Russian missiles have hit the capital of Kyiv, killing a father and daughter. The BBC's Nick Beake is there.
This may be far from the fiercest fighting raging in the east of the country, but Russia has renewed its efforts to strike fear and pain at the heart of Ukraine's capital.
President Biden has called it barbarism. 3 people, including a child, were killed when an Amtrak train collided with a car in Northern California. Police say the train was traveling through a rural crossing in the San Francisco suburb of Brentwood, which did not have guardrails or a signal. Travelers are up against sticker shock this 4th of July weekend. CBS's Danya Backus.
A hotel will cost 23% more. If there's a rental car available, expect to pay about $40 a day more than 2019.
No three-peat for Tampa Bay. Sportsnet with the game as the Avalanche tied an NHL record with a 10th come-from-behind victory in the playoffs to beat the Lightning 2-1 in Game 6. It's Colorado's third title in franchise history. Tampa Bay had won back-to-back. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
Potter Mania is 25 years old. Here's CBS's Ian Lee.
When the first book came out, there was little fanfare for the initial run of 500 copies.
And they stood in a pile on our table for a long time because nobody had heard of this author.
Thomas Taylor conjured up the book's artwork for that unknown author, J.K. Rowling.
It was my first job. I was pretty excited about it. Imagine.
Your illustration is the first time we actually see Harry Potter.
I was maybe the first person to draw Harry Potter. The only description I had of Harry, the only image there was the description in chapter 2 where Harry is described.
2.5 years after the pandemic began, Americans are struggling to be happy. The Oracle Happiness Report finds about 45% say they haven't felt true happiness since early 2020. About a quarter say they don't know or they've forgotten what it means to be truly happy. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Is your foot pain becoming a hassle? Can't get through a workday without pain? Can't go shopping? Specialized training and endoscopic procedures for your pain and neuromas. Most diagnostic procedures can be performed right in the office, saving you the time and trouble of going from place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet. Call me at 265-7585 for an appointment. That's 265-7585. Serving Montgomery, Greenville, and surrounding areas for over a decade. Follow us on Facebook or visit us on the web at www.greenvillefootcare.com, where doctors' profiles, directions to the office, hours of operation, and new patient paperwork are all just a click away. You can also find useful information on common foot conditions and services that we provide. I'm Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet, start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
Declare your freedom and start your journey. Jeep Freedom Days are here at Tallis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your journey will be better in the all-new Grand Wagoneer. Yours is here now. Get more done. The 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 0% financing for 60 months. And right now, your trade-in is worth more than ever. TallisAutomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit, must finance through Chrysler Capital. Dealer retains all factory incentives. See dealer for details.
Another Guardian Credit Union store.
Hey, so what are we doing your hair today? I need a trim, a new dishwasher, and a much-needed vacation. Do you see any grays?
Sounds like you need a personal loan. My friend just got a loan from Guardian Credit Union, and he used it to upgrade his kitchen appliances.
That's what I need to do.
Guardian has great rates and a friendly team that makes payments affordable.
Perfect. I guess stylists really can fix everything.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and now you can hear me live every afternoon. It all starts at 2, and it's all happening right here on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everyone. Listen, let me first of all tell you, welcome one of our new sponsors into our show. Told you about them last couple of weeks, and of course that is JL Lane Truck and Auto. You need an automobile. You need an automobile that's trustworthy, that you don't have to worry about driving it back on the lot as soon as you drive it off the lot. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you need to go to 208 Gun Street. Okay, or is that Gun Road? I think it's Gun Road. And or call 272-4313. Okay, that's JL Lane Truck and Auto. Or you can go to jlanetruckandauto.com. Look at the inventory. I'm still trying to sell this. They got this nice Lexus over there. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that. I'll give you the specs on it later on. But it's really a great car. They got a bunch of cars, some town cars. Just a great selection of automobile. Pre-loved. We don't like to say used. We're talking about pre-love, check them out. Go by there, talk to Steve or Jim or Kathy, anybody. Tell them you heard about them on the radio. I'm telling you, they're great cars, okay? If I didn't have a new one already, I'd go over and get me one because, but hey, although I may, if they get a Tahoe, if they get a Tahoe over there, we're going to do some negotiation. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and buy me one. Because I want me a Tahoe. I said I'd wait till I was 70, but I may not make 70. So I didn't think I was going to make 65. So I'm gonna wait and see if I, because by the time I hit 70, I should be done paying everybody I owe. Okay. So the only thing I have is a car note. All right. So anyway, good morning to you. So anyway, give a call, 272-4313. That's 272-4313. That is JL Lane Truck and Auto or jlanetruckandauto.com. Check out the inventory. You can be at work. If you work for the state, you don't do much work anyway. So you might as well go on the computer right now to JL Lane Truck and Auto, all one word, jlanetruckandauto.com, and look at the inventory. Go check it out. I guarantee you'll be glad that you did. Okay? So anybody can buy cars, but remember, it's whose hand it's in. Okay? Okay, JL Lane Truck and Auto, they don't just sell you something. It goes through a rigorous inspection process, okay? All of these cars have been cleared of all known issues, if they had any to begin with, okay? So if you're ready to trade in your heels for some wheels, okay, you need to call JL Lane Truck and Auto, 272-4313. Ask for Steve. And just call them up and tell them hi, that you heard about it, and you may not have a need for a car right now, but as soon as that need arises, you are coming to them. JL Lane Truck and Auto, okay, or jlanetruckandauto.com. I'm just telling you, it's a place where we all want to meet up, okay? And who knows? You may get to see me while I'm out. I may be in a car, like doing a remote something. I don't know. Maybe we'll have a free lunch or something for people to come over one day. I can talk Mr. Lane into doing that. Okay, I got it. But who knows? I'm a persuasive kind of guy sometimes. Okay, online inventory, you just can't beat it. Oh, here's one more thing I got to let you go. You can buy there and pay there, so you don't have to worry about no big time credit score and all that stuff. I'm just telling, go see the man, okay? Because he's there to help you. If your credit a little jacked up, that's okay. You can buy here and pay here. Okay, you look him in his eye. You're honest with him. He'll be honest with you, and you'll trade those heels for some wheels. Okay, that number again, 272-4313, 272-4313. Let me say that one more time, 272-4313, and ask for Steve. And if they don't have it, ask Steve, he can get it for you. Okay, I'm just saying, they go all out for you. Okay. All right then, good morning. How's everybody doing? It's a great morning to be alive. Any day above ground rather than the ground being above you, you should be ecstatic about this day. You should meet this day with more enthusiasm than you have met any other day in your whole life. Because this day, that's right, June the, what is it, June something? June the 27th is a day that was never promised. And we, at least for the time being, up till now, we have made it. There are a lot of people who didn't. Good morning to you. So get on that phone, 860-1440. Call up. Let me know how you're feeling this morning. I hope you're feeling good, like me. I mean, I always feel good. I think it's a sickness. I feel good even when I'm sick. I don't know. But listen, if you're going to have a sickness, that's the one you want. Okay? Anyway, good morning to you. Now, everybody knows, here's what I cannot understand about America. If you hurt a dog, little Chihuahua, a little German Shepherd, especially one of them ugly dogs, we want to put people in jail. I mean, a dog. Now, I love dogs. I really do. They are a man's best friend. But I'm not ready to put the dog in the same status that I'm willing to put human beings. But some of you do. And if you misuse your dog, then we want to put you in jail. But for some reason, and I don't understand the logic and reason behind this, but if you want to kill your child before he gets here, then we live in a country that's fighting over the right to kill their children. Well, that fight right now is and the Supreme Court's ruling, I guess most of you know, didn't really do away with abortion. What it said was each state has its own law. Let each state monitor those laws. Now, if there's one state in America that people want to move to so they can get an abortion, hey, so be it. See you later. We don't want you in Alabama anyway. I mean, go live someplace else. We don't want you here anyway. If your sole purpose in life is to do to others what was not done to you, then we don't want you here anyway. I'm just saying, go ahead, go to I don't know, where's abortion legal at? It's probably some state, maybe up north or something like that. I don't know. But now Alabama said, listen, so in the annals of time, how come dogs rate more respect than human beings? I haven't figured that out yet. I mean, can somebody explain that to me? How come a dog rates more respect than a human being? And then I saw some lady who was pregnant, looked like she was about 7 to 9 months pregnant, wrote on her stomach, not a human being. What is it? Is it an alien? What's inside if that's not a human being? I mean, what is that? I'm kind of lost there. I don't know. I have not yet heard a great argument. Now, and even at the exceptions that I kind of agree with, I don't really agree with it. But I would say, a woman gets raped by some fool, grabs her and throws her in the alley, rapes her, impregnates her. I think I'm gonna leave that up to that woman. That woman and her God, they have to decide if she wants to go through with that. Okay? If she didn't, listen, I'm not going to be her judge because I don't, even though I hate the prospect of killing a human being, but she had nothing to do with it. She had nothing to do with it. And if the life of the mother is at jeopardy, hey, I even hate the thought of that. But if we are going to make an exception to this rule, those would be the only two. Okay, that I just could. Now people saying incest. Yeah, I guess that's wrong too. But why would we? I mean, if it was incest, does that mean that the child's going to be deformed or something like that because the DNAs are too? I don't really know. Are incestual babies any different than other babies? I mean, biologically, are there any different than other babies biologically? Except maybe the DNA thing is all messed up. I don't know. I don't think I'm a product of that, although some would argue. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. Come on, I know you guys got thoughts on this. I know you do. But some of those same people, if they see you misusing your dog, they'll call the police on you. But if you say, oh, I'm going up to, what you going down there for the Planned Parenthood for? Oh, well, you know, I didn't plan this parenthood, so we're going to get rid of it. So we're all right with that. But we're not all right with taking our dog, put them on the side of the road, let somebody else have them. I mean, a dog can, if you leave a dog out there, he'll figure out how to survive. A baby won't. I'm just saying. So, okay. I mean, we had a lot of conversation over the country. I'm glad they did it. I think it's what's best for America. But they did not get rid of abortion like some people think they did. They did not. They just said it's up to each state. So if you don't like the state you live in because they won't let you abort your child for the hell of it, you can move. I mean, Tennessee probably won't let you do it either. I got to look at it. I got to do some research and we find out who is for this. And my body. Well, that's an amazing thing. We do a lot of things in America just because it's yours. Something you can do. I mean, prostitution is still illegal. Now, personally, if it's your body, hey, I think you want to sell it, it's yours. I mean, hey, you know. But the law says, well, unless you're in Las Vegas, of course, then you can sell it. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here, and there are many other things to talk about too. But I'm just confused about the dog and the baby. So we want to protect our dogs, but not our children. Wow. Ain't that something heavy? Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Kevin. This is
Dr. J. Good morning.
I'm 100% in favor of what you're saying. You're trying to use logic
right
on something that's illogical, though, and people are not going to do that. People are very selfish, but I tell folks I am pro-life, but I'm also pro-choice. You've got a choice to have unprotected sex or not. If you have unprotected sex, you have a choice. You could possibly get a STD, or you're going to get pregnant, or you may not. But that's your choice. Now, once you've made that choice, you have to suffer consequences. Just like anything else. You can walk in a store, you can pay for a candy bar, or you can pick it up and start eating. But you've got a choice, and there's going to be consequences. That's the thing people don't like to talk about. They say, oh, I'm pro-choice, but they're not for the choice that has consequences.
That's right. And then this whole dog thing, you know, we may not want to admit it, but I'm telling the truth. We think more of dogs in America, some of these people do, than we do children. And I don't get that.
You're absolutely right. I have people that come into my office that they can't afford to come in and get care for themselves, but they'll go spend $5,000 on surgery for a puppy that's got a fatal disease, and you're not even buying another dog. I mean, a dog is a dog. I like pets. I treat pets and people and everything else, but and I treat them all as kind as I can. But there is some foolishness off to the way you're talking and what you're saying about people and pets. There's absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Hey, appreciate you, Dr. J. I appreciate you calling. Don't be a stranger. Call back. Unless I'm saying something really stupid. 860-1440 number here. Good morning on air.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Tell me, before we go too far on the dog, something keeps bothering me a little bit. And let me go back to it, if you don't mind. Do you still believe that you cannot love God?
I don't know why you keep asking me that. I mean, I made myself pretty clear. I think mankind, I think man says it, but they really don't mean it.
But some people can't, and say, well, I was wrong. Some people say,
well, and I don't think, and I don't think I'm wrong.
Well, you cannot, even God says God and all that God with all the heart, mind, body, soul. And that's enough for me.
And oh, listen, I didn't say we should not, but it depends on how you define love. And I think love, as it pertains to God, is what you do, not what you say, and not this big warm feeling. But I don't know why we keep going here. You know, I got my way of thinking, and you got your way of thinking. That's fine. Okay, but I'm not. Ed, I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. So what else you got for me? I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. I know. That's right. That's right. But what did he mean by that? That is the question. What did he mean? Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Okay, and what does that mean? When the Bible said love God with all their heart and soul, what does that mean? Okay, so can I sit home? Okay, let me ask you a question. Can I sit home, never go any place, never go to church and all that stuff, and wait, am I loving God that way? Can I love God sitting at home? Again, I ask you, Ed, can I love God just sitting at house watching it on TV? Okay, I'm just asking you a question. I'm asking you, Ed, okay, I'm done. Okay, answer my question as I'm going. You're going. Can I love God by sitting? Can I love God by sitting home, not doing anything? I'm asking anybody. Can anybody love God just sitting at home? Okay. All right, Ed. Well, listen, Ed. We don't see the Ed. We don't see the. Stop trying to change my mind, Ed. You won't change my mind. So stop trying. Oh, okay. Then you better make sure you don't meet me there. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, well, at least you think you do anyway. And let me ask something. It's telling God that you love Him. Love. Oh, and how do you do that, Mr. Ed? How do you try to prove it? Well, tell me how you do it. How you do it? How do you prove it? How do you prove it? Okay, see you later. Can't answer a question. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning.
Well, I heard, I know you don't get to hear the national news because you get in the show ready and all that, but on your station, they interviewed an 18-year-old girl at the Los Angeles protest, and she said, I'm turning 18, and I thought I was going to be free. Well, somebody needs to tap her on the shoulder and say, you can get an abortion in California every day of the week if you want one. There's no restrictions in your state. But I guess she was on the YouTube channel getting her information. But anyway, think about how many thousands and thousands of lives that are going to be saved. And they're blaming all this on Donald Trump. They said he packed the court.
Well, he did something right.
Think about the person that might have found the cure for cancer was saved.
We have aborted, according to the statistic, what I heard, 61 million babies in the last 50 years have been aborted.
Think about the person that might find they say it's global warming, so it would have found how to fix global warming. Think about all the future inventions, all the great people that would never have been if abortion would have been going on.
Yeah, I tell you again, I like Ronald Reagan. He said everybody who's for abortion is alive.
And I wonder when Roe v. Wade, when that was passed, I wonder how many people on the other side of the fence threatened the Supreme Court judges, went to their homes, and threatened them when it was passed.
And that was a bigger threat. What they did to these justices is a bigger threat than anything that happened on January 6th.
I heard where the president and the federal government are going to assist people in going across state lines to get abortions in states where it's legal. My question is, I wonder if they're going to assist, say, and I know this lady, she had twins, and it was a high risk. It was high risk birth. She had twins, and she had to go to Philadelphia to get this special treatment because one of the fetuses was not growing at the same rate the other one. I wonder if the federal government would assist her in the cost of going.
And this and this is the evilness of the Democratic hierarchy in America, not the local folks, but the hierarchy. This is whether if you're trying to have your children, they're not going to help you. But if you want to murder them, he wants to help them. What? Yeah, that is evil to its highest status. Gotta take a break. We'll be back right after this. 860-1440. Again, hey, do what you got to do to save your dog. And the president said, well, if you want to go kill your baby, hell, we'll give you a bus ticket. But if you want your baby to live, to make it, they won't help you. And these are the people that are running our country.
Oh, sponsored by Dairy Queen. ADQ fans, there's a new drumstick on the block. That's right, meet the July Blizzard treats of the month. The new caramel drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard treat and the drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard treat. Try both today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
A much rainier and stormier pattern on the way this week. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon into the evening, and even a few showers and storms at night can't be ruled out. Temperatures will range from the mid-90s today and tomorrow to the low 90s and upper 80s starting Wednesday through the rest of the week into the weekend. So no more triple-digit heat, but plenty of chances for daily scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got our first accident reported, 1400 block of Coliseum Boulevard. So please use caution. 1400 block of Coliseum, right across the street from the Alabama Department of Transportation. So be careful. If you keep listening, we'll keep you posted. And if you see something giving you trouble, contact us so we pass that info along. Your home is worth more now than ever before. So get those special projects started. Call the A-Team from MCS in Wetumpka for a cash-out refinance or an equity loan. MCS 567-9000 and MLS 232876. Buckle up. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
When it comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and now you can hear me live every afternoon. It all starts at 2, and it's all happening right here on News Radio 1440.
This is it, your last chance to win the new $15 million prize of a lifetime from Publishers Clearinghouse. There is just one day left to enter to win $15 million on June 30th. So you must enter at PCH.com before it's too late. $15 million, all for you. But time is running out, so enter now at PCH.com. The $15 million prize of a lifetime. Don't miss your last chance to win it this June 30th. Enter now at PCH.com. Entry through 6/28. No purchase necessary. Prize paid at least $390,000 annually. Where prohibited.
Okay, open wide. Good to see you've been flossing. What's on your chest? Oh, that's just my lentil soup. It was supposed to be here an hour ago. I'll say it's unprofessional. We should have ordered through Easy Cater. Food shows up on time as ordered. Yeah, it really burns me up too. Oh, the soup. Oh, hold my crackers. I'll go get the lead apron.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Branco with Chappie's Deli.
What are you eating, Jeff?
Chappie's Deli sweet potato fries.
They're so good. People eat them all the time. Jeff, what are you humming?
Just thinking. You know how we get phone calls after I sing in the commercials?
But they aren't good phone calls. Don't do this.
Sweet potato fries. Dun, dun, dun. French fries never tasted so good.
Please, I'm begging.
I'd eat mine. Dun, dun, dun. Every day if I could.
Folks, come get your sweet potato fries with no singing at any Chappie's Deli. Berry Hill, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and Auburn.
My muscles ached. I was tired all the time.
Sweet Caroline.
The unsettling thing that some symptoms
I had a fever and it was terrible pain.
you don't always know what's causing them.
It was Lyme disease from a tick bite.
I had Zika virus from a mosquito.
You had a reaction to cockroach allergens.
Threats to your health can come from unexpected places. Get the facts. Visit pestworld.com.
There's an amazing world out there.
Message from the National Pest Management
It
Association.
is an amazing world.
Smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
This is the Tom Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay.
Ain't nothing I can say, nothing I can do. I feel so bad.
Well, I got an interesting text here that I'm going to have to address. If you want to text me, 334-241-9998. Don't be calling me unless you want to talk to me, but not on the air. 860-1440 is the air number here. If you want to give us a call, 860-1440 is the number here. Well, I'll get to his text in a second here. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing fine.
All right. First of all, I wanted to alarm you about something. You always talk about it, the Democrats and abortion. Don't you know that a lot of conservatives and Republicans, girls and women get abortions also?
Don't you know that a lot of people do things they don't brag about?
I'm just saying.
The Democratic Party brags about it.
But I got to put you on the spot here along with the Supreme Court.
Go right ahead.
If you cared about the baby, why you want somebody to go across the bridge to get that abortion?
Again, you are the one who got impregnated, not the state, not me. You.
I'm saying, let me rephrase it for you.
Yeah, rephrase it.
If you're so concerned about all babies, you should not make a rule to say you can go in another state to kill that baby.
We live in 50 states. All 50 states have their own state and local government. Well, no. We don't. What we're saying is that whatever state decides not to do this, they're saying they're not for it. So don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant. Don't get pregnant. But wait a minute, who got pregnant? You did. Who went out one night? I heard a lady the other day. Wait a minute. I heard a lady the other day say, well, me and my boyfriend broke up, so now I'm going to abort this child. You think that's a good reason to abort your child? Well, reasons matter. Listen, you.
All babies now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what state they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you're so concerned about all babies, like you guys say,
Mm-hmm.
you're concerned about all of the kids. They need the opportunity.
They do. They do.
Let me ask you. I know you're going to cut me off, but give me time to get after.
But what you're saying doesn't make much sense.
Yes, it does.
It doesn't.
If you're so concerned about all babies together,
Mm-hmm.
why pick and choose whether or not if you don't like that we're not allowing abortion in this state, you can go in another state to get aborted.
Because we have no control over that. Right, and we have. Right. Mm-hmm.
If you're concerned about all the kids in the world,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
why send them to another state?
Because public policy. Well, let me answer the question. we should not agree with a public policy that has its roots in the destruction of a human being. It is the policy that, listen, we're not going to stop people. People who don't want to have a baby will figure out a way not to. But the public policy of this nation, I know, the public policy of this nation should not be one where you can destroy your children. Shouldn't be.
Why didn't the Supreme Court make a rule and say, in all the states in America, we banning abortion across the board?
Because we have something called the 10th Amendment, I believe, that says all those things not given of the purview of the federal government is left up to the states. That's why. We got a constitution.
Let's take the state, for example.
Right.
Take the state in reference to voting, okay?
Okay.
Y'all lose, and people in Mississippi got the hair beat out of them because the southern state says, we're not going to allow you.
And funny, we have rectified that. And we rectified that though. And there's where the nation came in. We rectified that. I'm sorry, we got 50 states. We got 50 states. We got 50 states. And every state has its own. Yeah,
if you feel that strongly about abortion, you shouldn't want nobody to have an abortion in no state at all.
I personally wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it, but that's not my purview. And it's not and the Supreme Court said, because we got 50 states who come up with their own laws and their own constitution.
If you believe in the child's life, period, you can do away with it.
Hey, listen, if it were up to me, if it were up to me, I would. But we got the 10th Amendment we have to deal with. The Constitution of the United States don't have nothing to do with abortion. Well, I wouldn't want them. I wouldn't want any state to have abortion. I just wouldn't want it unless it was for the life of the mother.
That's not what you said. You said go to California and get it.
Well, because California right to do anything. Right now, we live in 50 states of America, and
It doesn't matter then.
of course it matters. But I don't have any authority. Well, listen, that's what they can do. That's what the Supreme Court did. They didn't do. Wait a minute. The person who should care about that child is the mother that's carrying it. Oh yeah. Don't put her responsibility on me. You can. I'm with you on that. But the states have their own autonomy. They can do as they choose when it comes to this issue, and that's basically what the Supreme Court's. Well, again, okay. There's not a state in America. There's not a state in America where you cannot vote. Yeah. Well, again, we vote now. We worked that one out. Still trying. Okay, and sometimes there's a role for federal. Sometimes there's a role. Okay. Again, there's a role for the federal government. But well, I'm not. Okay. Well, I'm not necessarily conservative. I am more of a centrist who leans right. Hey.
That's what all this about.
Okay.
That trooper guy called in one day and said that
yeah, okay.
You don't care about the babies or none of them. So you being honest.
Yeah.
People don't care about the black babies.
Okay. Well, now, okay. Well, let's say. Wait a minute. Let's say that what you say is correct. If whites don't care about black babies, shouldn't black folks care about them? Oh. No. Wait a minute. And again, so, you know, and a lot of them do, my friend. Wait a minute. You've been to Halcyon School? A lot of them do. Helping each other. Okay. So, but I don't care what you do. You ought not have the liberty of killing your children. You should not. Well, I think we got the 10th Amendment. The federal government has a limited role. Okay, and I feel the same way about all kids. I have never seen a child I didn't like. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. See, you're mixing apples and oranges here. And that's good. Some people don't know the difference between an apple and an orange. Okay. Okay. We have 50 states, my friend. And every state has its own time. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you can't do that. You can't do that. Doesn't every state get its own capital? Yeah, that's right. But even God has already wait. Even God has allowed countries to look out after the affairs of men. So I'm sorry. Anyway, hey preacher, always good talking to you. Always good talking to you. Sometimes. Anyway, it is 7:42 in the morning. Now we shouldn't go here with this, but we're going to go here with this. Okay, shouldn't go here. Do you feel like you have low energy, low libido, and you may have low T? That's the problem. Low T, testosterone. It is one of those situations where if your testosterone level is down, then you're gonna be down. Okay. Now I had mine. I went over to Men's Health and had my T checked the other day, and I had high T. Didn't have low T, didn't have sweet T, had high T. Okay, which means when you look at a dictionary under the word man, you'll see a picture of me. Okay, I'm just saying. You might want to go over there and give those guys a call. It's only $99. Get that energy back. You remember when you was young, couldn't stop you. If you want that feeling back, then you need to get that testosterone thing up and going. Okay, you got to get it up and going. Okay, so spend $99. That's it. Go over there, get a PSA test. That check out your whatever that thing is down there, prostate or something like that, and make sure it's working right. Okay. Nothing can top you. Remember those days? Don't you want that feeling back? Okay. Well, you can have it again, but it starts with a call to Montgomery Men's Health at 334-440-3663. And again, it includes a PSA test also. I'm just telling you, get it done. It'll change your life. I went over the other day. I was worried for a minute. But then the minute was up and they said, you the man. I got the T thing going. Okay. I'm up there. Okay. No sweet tea, no low tea, just the right tea, which is hot tea. Okay, I got that. 860-1414. Number you want to give us a call? Love talking. If it's ever on your mind, let's see who this is. Good morning.
Good morning, Gavin.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, well, I tell you, Friday was a wake-up call.
It sure was. It was a good wake-up call.
For 30%, they were showing the numbers this morning. About 37% of the country agrees with what just happened. So that's probably 2 out of 3.
Well, let me ask you a question. Back in the wait. Back in the day, we probably had that same number of people who believed in slavery and segregation. Okay, I'm just saying.
The sad thing about it, Friday before the situation happened, you had people that made a decision to do what they do, and they were sent home.
Right.
Now you got little girls that's in all kind of predicaments, don't get in all kind of predicaments, and can't afford to get out of it.
Wait a minute, abortion's not made illegal. It's not illegal. You just can't do it in some states. Okay, so go to the other state.
But people, you can go get back history.
Right.
People that have systematically snuck doctors in.
Right.
You had the abortion.
Right.
And the other people that can't afford it and can't float around the country looking for a place to do this. I mean, they just created, but they created a lot of headaches. But I like the Clarence Thomas. I like the one he said the other day. He's going to try to get other issues, affirmative action and all this contraceptive stuff. He forgot in 63, 64, they made it legal for interracial marriage.
Okay, so you listen to what Samuel Jackson said. Okay.
When he added all this list of stuff that he was considering putting on the proposal, because the Chief Justice, Kevin, didn't even
Let me ask you, but let me ask you a question. Here's what I don't quite understand. Are we really in the United States of America arguing about people's right to kill their children? Since who? Prostitution. You can't. Women, you can't sell your body. You can't sell your body. Yeah. The hospital say you can bring the child there within 48 hours. You can bring the child to the hospital and give them up. That's an Alabama law. That's an Alabama law. Yeah. Yeah. We got 30% of the country. Yeah. Most of these other states, especially, locked down. I don't know why black people don't vote, but they got to get up off their tail and vote because 2/3 of the people are against them. You believe that? Do you really believe that 2/3 of the people in the United States want people to give people the liberty to kill their unborn children? 2/3 of the numbers have been showing. Okay. Who's them? Wait. No, it isn't. No. It is not. No, it is not a democracy. It is a representative republic. We choose people. I don't care what. But it's not. Never has been one. No. The right democracy allows us to choose who represents us, but we are not a democracy. We're not a democracy. Our kids have heard that word so much they actually think we are a democracy. We're not. Sure I do. Sure. Well, again, I'm sorry. I'm with them on this one. Okay. Now, if they come to my house, listen, if they come to my house when they put me in jail, then I guess I got to go. Okay. Because I'm with them. We'll be right back on this. I'm with them. Because I've been born.
For everyone concerned, even if it's me, if it means just for me.
Sponsored by Dairy Queen. ADQ fans, there's a new drumstick on the block. That's right, meet the July Blizzard Treats of the Month. The new caramel drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard Treat and the drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard Treat. Try both today, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
A much rainier and stormier pattern on the way this week. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms each afternoon into the evening, and even a few showers and storms at night can't be ruled out. Temperatures will range from the mid-90s today and tomorrow to the low 90s and upper 80s starting Wednesday through the rest of the week into the weekend. So no more triple-digit heat, but plenty of chances for daily scattered showers and thunderstorms.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. 1400 block of Coliseum Boulevard. They're across from the Department of Transportation. Please use caution. 1400 block of Coliseum. Outside of that, we're looking good. Nothing else is being reported that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening, and we'll keep you posted. Trenton State and the River Region Fame Partners are now hiring. You'll work 3 days. You go to class for 2 days. Companies like Hager, Hyundai, and Interplast Group. Call Trenton State before July 4th at 420-4361. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
How many miles have you driven past your scheduled auto service checkup? A few hundred or a few thousand? Call Chico's Auto Pros today to schedule a quick service at our Atlanta Highway location.
Shannon, how can you let the people in Montgomery know about what Daddy does? You mean tell people he's a foot doctor? Yeah, a podiatrist. There's gotta be a way to spread the word about the surgeries he does and stuff. You mean like bunions and hammer toes? Yeah, and treating needle pain, women's feet and corns. Like that time that lady had funky toenails and they started looking better? I just want people to know that my dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, can be seen without a referral and he accepts most insurances. You should probably give them the phone number, 265-7585. Yeah, 265-7585.
That's true. And they'll never get pregnant.
Who said that? Well, let's say it again. 265-7585. Maybe we should tell them our offices are in Montgomery.
Let me see. Kevin, that's a big lie because on June 6th, a military person was killed. That's right. She was killed by an over-ambitious Secret Service guy who's now going around bragging about he shot her.
No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to
She didn't have no gun.
Weather and traffic you need.
He did.
And the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels
The only reason why
could stop the music.
The only reason why I sort of understand because he didn't know whether she had a gun or not. And that's the only reason. But only people that did shooting was them.
And tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Declare your freedom and start your journey. Jeep Freedom Days are here at Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your journey will be better in the all-new Grand Wagoneer. Yours is here now. Get more done with the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 0% financing for 60 months.
Okay, baby.
Trade-in is worth more than ever. TallahassieAutomotive.com. Save a lot. With approved credit, must finance through Chrysler Capital. Dealer retains all factory incentives. See dealer for details.
The YMCA is just the starting line, for the true self blooms only when we find our purpose, what makes us tick below the surface. My why is diversity in unity, a safe space in my community, living with sincerity, giving every day my everything. With my why, I stand strong, seen and supported all along. It's a million faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why. Learn more at ymca.org for a better us.
$49 down the river. Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, Metro City with the Car and Truck Sales. That's right, $49 down the river. Shop over 300 late model light vehicles, cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, convertibles, sports cars, America's finest. Starting with prices of $6,900 and $49 down delivered. Yep, think your credit report's a little messy? Been told no in the past? Bankruptcy, medical bills, or even a foreclosure? Budget treats everyone with privacy and respect for all credit situations. I work with the banks and the lenders that understand your past and know you're more than just a number. You're number one to me. This special relationship allows us 100% credit approval gold. That's right, 100% credit approval gold. The absolute top dollar for your car. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. No trade-in required. Oh, did I say $49 down delivered? Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendale Parkway, Montgomery, or 508 Queen Smith Road, Prattville. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay, now, I'll tell you, I'm going to do something I've never done since I have been here. I'm actually going to take a vacation this year for about a week. I'm going to be gone. Okay? Sometime around Labor Day or sometime around there. You know where I'm going? I'm going to this city right here, New York City. I'm going to check it out, see what it's like. Hopefully I don't get robbed or anything like that or beat up or anything. But I've never been to the city. I've been to LaGuardia when I came from Fort Dix in 1975. But I flew over New York, but never actually been in the city. I'm going downtown, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bite out of the Big Apple like Michael Jackson said. So New York, here I come, baby. But I'll give y'all more information later on. So y'all need to tell me something. Now, I'm not going to no Broadway shows and nothing like that because I'm not sophisticated enough to appreciate that. Let me take another call right quick, but I'll give you more about that next hour. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yes. How you doing? I'm doing fine. So great. I like to hear that. Hey, I think people like Duke and a few other these little civics right here on the Constitution. The Supreme Court did not overrule abortion. All it did was rule that Roe versus Wade, which came up with something called right to privacy, gave people the right to abortion, because there's nothing in the Constitution one way or the other about abortion. And those things that are not federal fall back on the state. So each state's law was still in effect, except those that had what they call trigger laws. I assume Alabama has a trigger law, which means if Roe versus Wade was ever turned, that law would be enacted, which did away with abortion in the state of Alabama, left for the life of the mother and that sort of thing. But the Supreme Court did not do away with abortion. If you live in a Democrat state, I guarantee you the abortion law will still be the same the day after. If you probably live in a conservative state, it probably will change. But people, the folks who, especially like Duke, who think the Constitution, keep getting it screwed up. They just do away with abortion. All they said to do was no right to abortion in the Constitution. And that seems simple because they wasn't talking about that with our forefathers. Right. Maybe they could understand that a little better. All right, and with that, our time is up this hour. We'll see you next hour, hopefully. The good Lord says the same. It is 7:58, 34 seconds after the hour. We'll be back.
12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. The Supreme Court's landmark ruling on abortion sent shockwaves across the U.S.
I just don't understand how people be shocked.
Coast to coast,
We live in a country
mobilized on behalf of women's reproductive health rights. Montgomery, one
Why
hundred
do
people
we
gathered in
follow
the
the
Alabama
law?
Department of Archives and History, saying they're disappointed in the Supreme Court's decision. The 75th annual Chilton County Peach Festival is officially in the books, and along with the fun and festivities, the Peach Festival brings in a lot of tourists and money to the area. Clanton's mayor says they hosted about 190 vendors and 40 food trucks, with thousands of people attending this year. Major repairs are underway on State Highway 81, that's between Tuskegee and Notasulga. The shutdown comes after what authorities thought would be a one-day repair has turned into a far more expensive project. Right now, the bridge is scheduled to reopen this Friday, July 1st. I'm Jasmine Williams with your Morning Headline.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A weekend of protest and prayers on the heels of the Supreme Court's historic decision to overturn the ruling that legalized abortion. This woman spoke out in LA.
It really hurts to know that basically, in the eyes of the law, like you're an incubator.
The Reverend Robert Jeffries addressed the decision during his sermon at the First Baptist Church of Dallas.
Evangelical Christians joined together with conservative Catholics, and they elected a president who kept his promise.
At least 8 states have placed near total bans on abortion since Friday. It could be illegal or severely restricted in almost half of states within months. LGBTQ pride marchers nervous over Justice Clarence Thomas' concurring opinion about the possibility of reversing the decision that legalized same-sex marriage. Jackie Andrews joined the Rainbow Parade in New York City.
I'm afraid with what just happened and how easy it happened that they might come for us and come for our rights again.
Leaders from the Group of Seven meeting in the Bavarian Alps focused on Ukraine today. Correspondent Steve Dorsey is at the foreign desk.
President Zelensky told G7 leaders by video he wants to negotiate with Russia on his terms, but first wants to quickly amplify Ukrainian military action. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.
He would like to see his military and
those in the West who are supporting his military make maximum use of the next few months.
Leaders make that senior administration officials tell CBS News the White House plans to announce this week it's sending an advanced surface-to-air missile defense system to Ukraine. Health experts are struggling to stay ahead of coronavirus variants. CBS's Jim Krasula.
A government recommendation on whether to update existing COVID-19 vaccines is expected tomorrow. Experts think new vaccines may be needed by the fall before a likely resurgence of the virus this winter.
Chaos at a bullfight in central Colombia. At least 4 people were killed, hundreds injured, when a multi-story section of wooden stands collapsed, plunging spectators to the ground. Among the dead, an 18-month-old baby. Officials say 4 people are in intensive care. Calls to improve school safety go beyond the gun debate. The American Academy of Pediatrics is urging better preparation for medical emergencies. Here's CBS's Astrid Martinez.
The newly updated policy statement estimates that 10 to 25% of minor and major childhood injuries occur while the child is in school.
S&P futures up 5, Dow futures ahead 22. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Ew, Dad, why are toenails so ugly and yellow?
Hey, it's James, and if you're like me and suffer from toenail fungus, please pay close attention. Let's face it, toe fungus is embarrassing. I was afraid to take my socks off and hid my yellowing, crumbly toes from everybody. But nail fungus isn't just a cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. Even a small spot can spread and get worse. But no matter what I tried, it seemed like my fungus would never go away. Then I discovered Crystal Flush, the new FDA-registered at-home treatment. This unique 2-step system flushes out fungus at its source and reverses damaged nails. Finally, me and thousands of others are free from fungus. And you can be too. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219. Eliminate your toe fungus once and for all, guaranteed. Call now, 800-764-9219, or visit crystalflush.com.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission is recalling solar-powered umbrellas sold at Costco.
Officials say if you have one of the 10-foot Sun Villa solar LED market umbrellas, remove the battery pack and store it away from the sun. The CPSC says there were 3 occasions when the solar panels caught fire and 2 in which the umbrella caught fire. The umbrellas affected by the recall were sold from December 2020 through May 2022 at a cost of $130 to $160. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
Video shows Ben Affleck's 10-year-old son hopping into a yellow Lamborghini at a luxury car rental dealership in L.A. and dinging the rear bumper when he accidentally put it in reverse and tapped the BMW parked behind. TMZ footage shows Affleck comforting his kid while his fiancée Jennifer Lopez texts. The Lambo Urus rents for more than $1,400 a day. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better.
Some people got more money than sense.
Stay healthy. I'm Martin Hogan.
Some people got more money than sense.
That helps us out airborne gas.
That's the truth.
Doctors have to say about
I've never seen such dumbasses in my life making millions of dollars.
Your nose and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
$49 down delivery. Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. That's right, $49 down delivery. Shop over 300 late model, light new cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, convertibles, sports cars, America's finest. Starting with prices of $6,900 and $49 down delivery. Yep, think your credit report's a little messy? Been told no in the past? bankruptcy, medical bills, or even a foreclosure. Budget treats everyone with privacy and respect for all credit situations. I work with the banks and the lenders that understand your past and know you're more than just a number. You're number one to me. This special relationship allows us 100% credit approval gold. That's right, 100% credit approval gold. It's absolute top dollar for your car. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. No trade-in required. Oh, what I say? $49. Budget car and truck sale. 61 Mendell Parkway, Montgomery, or 508 McQueen Smith Road, Scottsdale. BuyBudgetOnline.com. That's BuyBudgetOnline.com.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Don't be a fool anymore. This is it. The waiting is over.
And we're back. Good morning, everybody. The numbers are 860-1440. Where has the time gone this morning? But I know this is going to be a topic of conversation across this country, but it's not a. I mean, it's not. It's the right thing, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, everybody, and I'm like Ronald Reagan. Everybody who's for abortion has been born. You know, so Ronnie hit it right on the head. You know, I'm good. Now, somebody wrote me an interesting text, and it's an interesting text only because I know this person, and he said, so Supreme Court tells New York they don't have the right to govern their citizens on guns, but now they're telling states they can govern a woman's womb. Okay, all right, I'm with you. Okay, make it make sense. Okay, now if I can, let me deal with this issue. The preamble to the Constitution of the United States, I think in the beginning it says all men are created equal and are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. An unalienable right means a right given by God. Okay? The right to life is given by God. The rights, the guns are given by man. Okay? We given by man. Now, the Constitution gives everybody the right to bear arms. Now, why New York is such a butthole about guns? Because the crooks got them. And you know, I know people who live in New York who the police get to carry guns, but that same police officer tell you that you can't protect yourself, but he can protect himself. I don't quite get that one, but okay. So a police's life is more important in New York than your life is, because they can walk around with a gun, and while you walk around unprotected. So I don't know. But again, there are certain unalienable rights, and amongst them, life is the first one, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. Without life, there are no rights to anything. There's nothing there. Without life, there is nothing else. Okay, so I think that goes without saying. And Justice Roberts, who was an opponent of this thing, I think he has been politically influenced by the left side. He's a disappointment, and those things that we think that make a great society. I think he's a disappointment, and I think a lot of folks who put him up there now are totally disappointed in him. But again, unalienable rights, and amongst them, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Without life, nothing else matters in that Constitution. If you don't live, you don't benefit from those rights. So, and Justice Roberts, I answered that. I think he's been compromised politically. So, yeah, I ain't mad at him. 860-1440. Good morning. Who's this?
Obama had a veto-proof Senate and a House. He could have passed laws that provided abortion in the United States, and even if Roe was overthrown, and they didn't do it. So for all that conversation talking about preamble states, they feel like the abortion is the Constitution.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Well, but the preamble says, I'm not arguing for a right for. Okay, I got you. I'm not saying there's a right to abortion. I'm telling you that you do have a right to life. No, you have a right to life. Without life, you have nothing. I didn't say it was. Why? I know. Roe, that was about privacy. Okay. See, like, I don't know whose show you listening to, but you're not listening to this one this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
Pretty good.
You know, most of the guys that call in about abortion and stuff like that, they probably ain't gonna take care of their kids out.
Well, maybe not. Okay, is that it? Okay, then. Good morning. Yes.
Kevin, good morning. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Right. Look here, Kevin. Now you use this, preamble thing, right? And trust me, I'm against it. I don't believe in it. I'm totally against it. But I'm for it in the event of rape or incest.
I think most people are.
Well, obviously the Supreme Court wasn't.
The Supreme Court said, right, but listen, the ruling from the Supreme Court said that it was bad law because it was ruled under privacy.
Right.
And it was bad law. Yeah.
I want to go back to this, Jeff. You talk about preamble and equal rights and all that good stuff. You got to keep in mind the people that wrote that were owners slaves at the time.
I hear man has always been wrong, but that doesn't make because the man who wrote it was imperfect doesn't make what he wrote imperfect.
The men who actually lived by it obviously were imperfect because when that thing was written, even all those slavery was ended in 1865. Jim Crowism lasted until 1965.
I'm with again.
The thing about equal rights, everybody equal across the line or whatever the case is, you get intellectually.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever done something wrong knowing what was right?
Yes, Kevin.
Me too.
No, it's not intentional. But if I did,
come on, brother. Hold it. Look in the mirror. How old are you? You're about 50, right? You haven't done anything that you knew was wrong, even though you knew what was right, and that's the way we're still human beings. If I'm one of those millions, it affected me because I'm the million to me.
This is affecting over 50 years worth of precedent. Now, I want to say this.
Well, should we still have slavery?
No, but it's not on the book that we shouldn't. So you got people that said, well, hey, then we need to go revisit some things like Brown versus the Board of Education, versus Ferguson, and all the other stuff. You got people when you open the window, you like to.
No, listen, to say that you have a right to privacy and somehow that equates to abortion is certainly bad law.
I find it hypocritical when they want to argue that, but then when it comes to take the vaccine, they say, you can take your hand off my body and let me decide if I want to take the vaccine or not, knowing that it kills millions of people.
Wait a minute, you didn't have to take the vaccine. Now, you didn't have to take it.
Well, Kevin, let you get me off stuff. I do want to say that as it pertains to the weapons and everything, when the Second Amendment was written, it didn't pertain only, AK-47s and assault weapons. Now you're talking about apples and oranges when it comes to inalienable rights, because we know as well as you do that. I mean, you know as well as I do that. That didn't apply to us when they wrote the bill for the Second Amendment. Really, it was to protect them against us. And also when they did this for inalienable rights, equal of them or whatever the case is, that had a lot to do with them, not us, because they were owning us and they were treating us less than humane. This Supreme Court has discredited the court with this thing. This is the first time they've taken rights from people instead of giving rights to people. And so this.
Okay, I still don't know where you get the right to kill people.
My thing is if they're happy about that, I'm totally against it. I would never do something like that. But I don't have a right to tell a person what to do. But with that, there's another thing too. If you care about people, why are you constantly taking away food stamps, and living? If you do that, if you care about people,
who has a right to food? Who has a right to food stamps? Hey, listen. There's a remedy. There's a remedy to having children. There's a remedy. Nancy Reagan once said it. Just say no. Anyway, I got to guess. Listen. I got to guess that she don't want to get involved in this conversation. So let me go. But we'll be right back. There's always a remedy. Just say no. Okay. Now we'll be back. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now what we talking? Oh yeah. You know when I first saw this the other week.
It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
It's just a company.
I know. But you know that's right when that shooting thing.
I know, and it's horrible. And you know what? It's been the name of it for years, and we do need to probably look at that.
Although it don't bother you. I just think the sensitivity of people sometimes.
You're right. You're
But
absolutely
this is the
right.
South.
I'm with you.
Well, this is the South, and you know we believe in guns and stuff like that.
Unfortunately.
In all those areas. Summertime
I'm
fun
fine
begins
with guns,
now.
just not machine guns.
Eyebrows threaded and seeds ready. Shop raw stress for less.
Well, one thing about it, we're a free nation because of guns. So they can talk how they want to.
Yeah.
I carried one for a few years, you know.
Well, you know how it is. Like, unfortunately, you're always going to have people that are irresponsible.
Always.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
They can't run on the economy. They can't run on a 41-year high of inflation. They can't run on record high gas prices. What they're not factoring in is Americans between now and election day,
Are you from
despite
Montgomery?
all the demagoguery that you're
I've
going
been
to
here
hear
since
tonight and in the weeks to
83.
come. Americans
I've
will
been here since
figure out
91.
abortion
I'm
in
an honorary
America
Montgomery.
is still legal.
I'm actually
If they
from
want one,
Baldwin
they're going
County.
to be able to find one. Maybe they
Well,
have to
one thing
travel,
about the
but
South,
they'll still be
all
able
these
to get
cities pretty
one.
much look alike.
And there'll be liberal groups out there that provide
I went to
funding for
Huntington, and I've
people
been here
that may
ever
not be
since.
able to travel to a different state. Mark my words, that will
My
be
only
a
problem
fact.
with Alabama,
It's not a guess
like
on my
most
part.
southern states, is that the past is like a albatross.
Check out the Sean Hannity Radio Show.
No matter what conversation we get into, we always bring up what happened back in the day. And it was,
Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Elizabeth
we'll
Warren,
never get
they're all
to the
attacking
future
America's tech
if we
enemy.
keep dragging the
The
past.
last bill, S2992, would take away the digital tools
It
small
is.
businesses rely on.
I mean, some people
Well,
think
we've
it's
just gotten real big on hypocrisy.
Yeah,
So
we have.
it's like, you know, it's not about the Bible and it's not about life, it's about politics and it's about hypocrisy, and that's what's ruining us.
American jobs,
Yep.
We don't care
America's
about
security,
nobody,
and the
it's
online
about the
privacy of
politics.
American
That's
people
right.
are all on the line. Why would Senate conservatives
That's a
support
sad
this
feeling,
liberal
though.
agenda that threatens American
Yeah.
protection? We need to stop Pelosi,
I mean, we stopped
Schumer,
caring about
Warren,
people a
and the
long
rest of
time
the
ago.
DC liberals from
I don't know if we
taking
stopped
our technology
caring or we
and
stopped
making
caring
China
about
strong
it, because there are a
at
lot of
America's
people
expense.
in
Call
this
the
town
U.S.
and
Senate
other
today
towns
at
That are good
202
who help their neighbor, who just,
3121.
there's certain, when I first got here in 91, there were certain things that I was trying to do, there's no way I was gonna get it done. Somebody reached out
Mhm.
and helped me, because I didn't know where the hell I was.
Mhm.
I'm from Indiana. I never been to the South. One thing about the South, though, you know where you stand with people most of the time. Up north, they'll lie to you and have a knife to your back when you turn around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had it.
Uh-huh. Two-faced.
Yeah. In the South, you know.
You're right about that.
I used to tell Becky, you know, do you realize that back in doing this? I said, you know, white folks cause more hell than black folks did for trying to be good neighbors. Oh well, just because the formula is not used doesn't make the formula bad.
Right.
I got one break. We'll be right back in a second.
So how long are we talking, just like for a minute or two?
Probably a few minutes.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Gotta give you enough time to get the message out.
Yeah.
Gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose
Yeah, that's plenty. I just didn't know if you were gonna be like, no, 30 minutes. I'll be like, oh my God.
No.
I don't know if I got enough of that.
Uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition.
I got enough of that.
Doesn't give us enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI
So you do your show every day for 6 to 9?
Talk to your doctor about your symptoms.
And every day it's like a different topic or?
Sometimes. Well, here's what we find in life. The problems don't change, the people do.
Mhm.
Same stuff every day.
Right.
Somebody's mad. Somebody don't agree with somebody. Somebody thinks I'm a dumbass. Some people think I'm brilliant. You know?
And you have call-ins that like the guy that you were just talking to, and do they argue with you and
Yeah.
stuff all the time?
But I love you.
I know, I want my own talk show one day. I'm gonna get into it.
Well, good. I'm looking for a replacement for myself. Yep, I'm taking a vacation come probably August. I'm going to New York, going to the big city, just to look around and see what those towers were. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'll let you guys know more about that later on. New York, they don't say New York, they say New York. Okay, you got to get the dialect right when you go up there. But right now, I have a guest in the studio with me right now. Tell the folks who you are, my dear.
Melinda Hines with Life South Community Blood Centers.
Mhm.
I'm the District Community Development Coordinator for our South Alabama District.
And what does that mean exactly?
Actually, it means a lot of different things. Raise awareness, educate about blood donations. I work a lot with donor groups, our recruiters, our teams, business development, basically always looking for donor groups to hold blood drives with us and why it's important. Of course, we work closely with our local hospitals because we supply all of the blood products for our hospitals here, all of our major hospitals here, surrounding counties. So just the Montgomery region alone services and supplies over 11 hospitals that are right here and then in the rural counties as well. But then our district includes the Wiregrass and also the East Alabama into LaGrange and also Columbus, Georgia.
Okay, so this Thursday, which is June the 30th, what's going on?
We are having our second annual Guns and Hoses Community Blood Drive. It's a summer relief drive. Summer's always critical for blood donations. All of the donations that we collect from our donors anytime, but especially that day, will stay right here in the community to stay local. It's Thursday, June the 30th, and we're going to do it from 9 o'clock to 5 p.m. and Carmichael Road, 4139 Carmichael Road. And each donor is going to get a special T-shirt for the event and also a $10 e-gift card. But you're also going to walk away knowing that you saved up to 3 lives with your donation.
Wow, and this is going to be done. Okay, so the police and the fire department are sponsoring this, or?
Right. All of our first responders, we have the Montgomery Fire Department, we have the Sheriff's Department, ALEA, Crime Stoppers, the County DA, everybody that is first responders here in our area are sponsoring this drive. Last year it was a huge success and they want to keep doing it. So what we want you to do is we want you to come out, and when you walk in, we want to know who you're there to honor and who you're there to support. And it's kind of like a little friendly competition.
Okay.
So if you walk in and say, hey, I'm here to donate for the Montgomery Police Department, then they get a little tally mark and they're going to get bragging rights if they have the most donors for the day.
Okay. So where's it going to be at?
It's going to be at our Life South Donor Center, 4139 Carmichael Road here in Montgomery.
Is there a what do you call a landmark or something that you're buying? What are you?
We are actually right beside Hennig Furs.
Okay.
On the same side of Carmichael as the Montgomery Cancer Center.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Since COVID has hit us the last couple of years, if they do give blood, can you tell if they have COVID, or should people, if they've had COVID, are they welcome to come give blood, or do you know?
Right. That is a great question because a lot of times people will shy away from donating because they think they can't donate.
Mhm.
If you have had COVID in the past and of course you're, showing no symptoms and you're over it,
Mhm.
then yes, you can donate blood. If you've had vaccinations, if you've had boosters, and yes, you can donate blood. So the only thing that we want you to do is stay away if you're having any type of symptoms
Mhm.
of a cold or or anything that you're just not feeling well. Of course you won't be able to donate, but that misconception we do want to clear up, so yes, you'll be able to donate.
Now, this is going to sound like the dumbest question you've probably ever gotten. Don't worry about it. I ask these kind of questions all the time, so it won't be. But I shouldn't even ask this question. But I got to know.
I'm scared.
Well, if you got a puppy or dog, can't you bring your dog to give blood?
No,
You can't. Okay,
not at our place.
It's a different kind of blood.
Right,
It's a different kind of blood.
right.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, I believe there, I read a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
and I have heard, there are animals that, they do blood transfusions and they do.
See, that's what I was thinking. Okay, you do
Yeah,
operators.
right. But no,
okay.
not at Lifestyle.
Okay, so we're strictly on the human side.
Right. We are.
I just thought I'd ask that question. Anyway, okay, tell them one more time when it is.
It is this Thursday, June the 30th, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 4139 Carmichael Road, Life South Community Blood Center. We want to see everybody come out and come support your favorite, or in honor of, or even in memory of one of your, a first responder that is here in our area, and show support by doing that and make their blood drive a success.
And you're going to receive a Lifesoap t-shirt and a $10 e-gift card.
Right, and we have plenty of snacks. We have McDonald's is going to be, Murphy Family Restaurants is going to be serving breakfast. We have
Okay.
chicken salad chick coming out. We have pizza coming out.
Well,
we
hell,
have,
come
of
get a
course-
meal.
Right, and of course we have the infamous Nutter Butters, Cheez-Its, and all those donor snacks that everybody loves.
Okay. Well, again, it's going to be this Thursday, June the 30th, from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock p.m. for my military friends at 0900 to 1700 hours. It'll be there. Don't be wrong. It's going to be, again, 4139 Carmichael Road, right next to Hennick Furs and the Cancer Center.
Right.
Right.
We're on the same side of the road as the cancer
So
center.
if you don't get it, it's because you didn't want to go. So don't give me that crap about you couldn't find it. Okay, you can find it. All right.
Easy to find.
We'll take a break. We'll come back, and thank you for coming to us. And
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
us
you
for all
so
you do.
much.
I hope I don't need your services soon, but if I do, it's nice to know that you have to looking out after us.
Thanks to all the blood donors.
That's right. We'll be back.
Very good.
Okay.
Now you can get rid of me.
You wouldn't say that. See, the nice thing about talk radio, you can actually have time to give a sentence. Where in music radio, you got bad.
Thank you very much.
Even a few showers this morning at night, can't be ruled out. Temperatures will range from the mid-90s today and tomorrow to the low 90s and upper 80s starting Wednesday. And the rest of the week into the weekends, no more triple-digit heat, but plenty of chances for daily scattered showers and thunderstorms. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. Is better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Look for an accident on the East Boulevard northbound just before Vaughn. There's an accident with injury. Also look for an accident. It's on Mobile Highway and West South Boulevard. Be careful in both of those areas. Looking at the traffic flow map, no big backups or slowdowns. That's all good news. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Your home is worth more now than ever before. Your project started. Call the 18 at MCS in Wetumpka for a cash out refinance or an equity loan. MCS 567-9000 or PCP 876. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Love your car, yes. But why are you not loving it with those times they carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
This is it, your last chance to win the new $15 million prize of a lifetime from Publishers Clearinghouse. There is just one day left to enter to win $15 million on June 30th. So you must enter at PCH.com before it's too late.
$15 million, all for you. But time is running out, so enter now at BCH.com. The $15 million prize of a lifetime. Don't miss your last chance to win it this June 30th. Enter now at BCH.com. Issue 648. No purchase necessary. Prize paid is $390,000 annually for the privilege.
Okay, open wide. Good to see you've been flossing. What's on your chest? Oh, that's just my lentil soup. I'm supposed to be here an hour ago. I'll say it's unprofessional. We should have ordered through Easy Cater. Food shows up on time as ordered. Yeah, it really burns me up too. Oh, the soup. Oh, hold my crackers. I'll go get the lead apron.
Some food just doesn't work at work, but Easy Cater just does. Food for work on time and as ordered from over 85,000 restaurants. Order 24/7 at EasyCater.com.
Declare your freedom. Start your journey. 2 Freedom Days are here at Palace Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your journey will be better in the all-new Grand Wagoneer. Yours is here now. Get more done with the 2022 Ram 1500 Unicorn with 0% financing for 6 months. And right now, your trade-in is worth more than ever. Tennessee.automotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot. With a good credit, finance through Chrysler Capital. Deal retains all factory incentives and dealer details.
Dirty exterior, don't scrub it, wet it, and forget it. Wet and Forget, the easy outdoor cleaner. Wet and Forget works overtime with Mother Nature to eliminate unsightly black and green stains on the exterior of your home with no scrubbing, power washing, or bleach. Use Wet and Forget on all your outdoor surfaces, including decks, siding, roofs, and patios. Wet and Forget is available as a concentrated or extreme reach hose end. Purchase Wet and Forget in-store or online at Lowe's, Menards, Ace, or Walmart.
It's getting hot out there, but Untuckit has you covered with the coolest shirts made to beat the heat. From sweat-wicking performance button-downs to wrinkle-free polos that resist pesky creases. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked, so they keep you looking sharp and feeling comfortable when the heat is on. Headed to the beach or a barbecue, Untuckit shirts are the perfect choice. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com or at over 80 stores.
$49 down to live. Hey, Montgomery Prattville, Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. That's right, $49 down to live. Shop over 300 late model light vehicles, cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, convertibles, sports cars, America's finest. Starting with prices of $6,900 and $49 down delivery. Yep, think your credit report's a little messy? Been told no in the past? Bankruptcy, medical bills, or even a foreclosure. Budget treats everyone with privacy and respect for all credit situations. I work with the banks and the lenders that understand your past and know you're more than just a number. You're number one to me. This special relationship allows us 100% credit approval gold. That's right, 100% credit approval gold. Get absolute top dollar for your car. We'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from us. No trade-in required. Oh, did I say $49 down delivery? Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendel Parkway, Montgomery, or 508 McQueen Smith Road, Prattville. MyBudgetOnline.com. That's MyBudgetOnline.com.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
You know, we're gonna have to tell the mayor of New York to give me a parade when I get there, because you know I've never been there before, and you know I know I'm not Michael Jackson, but you know they may give me the key to the city or something. I don't know. Good morning to you. Mayor Adams is the guy. He's a Democrat, but that's okay. I'll be nice to him. 860-1440. Then I got to see Sean Hannity while I'm there too, so we'll have a conversation about it. They may ask me to stay. You know, we'll see. All righty then. 860-1440. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, for $99 you can go to Montgomery Men's Health and get your T checked out. Make sure you don't have low T. Make sure you got high T. And tea is good. You know, there's sweet tea too, but we can talk about that with another show. All right. So you might want to go there and check that out for $99. If you got low energy, low libido, you may have low testosterone. Now, if you don't know what that is, they'll explain all that to you when you get over there, okay? $99. Plus, we'll check your prostate, make sure it's working good and everything like that. So when you leave there, you can be like me, have high T. Okay, the number is 440-3663. Make that appointment. I've been over there. I had it. Okay, matter of fact, I walked out there and all the guys were jealous. I'm not going to. Okay, I'm just saying they wish they was as much as men as I was when I got done taking the test. I'm just saying. What else went on? Let me take this phone call right quick. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yeah, listen, that thing broke right after we got off the air.
Yes, it did. Yes.
immediately, and that could have been our topic for today. Couldn't it?
Yeah, for 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, they was just not ready on that. And I was later.
Obviously, in my pro-life stance, I don't understand why people say that it's taking away a right, but it is taking away a right to kill your child, and that's a right that should be taken away.
And I don't know intellectually how one can say they don't know when life begins. Life begins at conception. That is part of the process. Without conception, we know one thing is absolutely for sure. There is no life. But once you conceive, there's life.
I've got a female dog out here. I was telling you I had puppies the other day, and I was mentioning that. If I went on Facebook and said, she got bred by the wrong dog, I'm going to give her a shot and make her abort.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. Which has been my argument for a long time. Yeah.
I talked about this in class. We had a, I think it was related to the topic that I was talking about it, and somebody asked me, I said, well, you can make a cow abort their cat. You can give them a shot and make them abort. And the kids just went ballistic about that. That's the most inhumane, brutal thing I've ever heard of. And I just let them go. I said, so you think, I just put the question and said, so you think that's true? So you think that's ridiculous? So you think that's inhumane? That's what is the cat didn't do anything, so what if it got rid about the wrong way? I mean, you just know. That's true. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah, heard some lady the other day said her and her boyfriend broke up, so she's going to have an abortion. I said, so you're going to dump your child? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But there's a dark side of it. And I know that there is raping into it. I think it's less than 1%. So we kill 99% of them because 1% are not appreciated because of a vile act. And I'm all for someone convicted of rape. I don't have a problem with putting it on television and shooting them in the face.
Well, I don't know, but I wouldn't have a problem with chemical castration. You know, but the problem is it really rape? You know, it's just those things there's so many things we don't know, because there are a lot of guys who've been to jail, been arrested on something that turned out not to be as it was said to be. So. Yeah. Interesting. Yep. That's what it has been for 51 years. That's exactly what we've had. Yeah. That's true. We got birth control.
You can do your dialogue all you want. And I've heard some arguments on here that same thing that you've heard for those 40, 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
It still doesn't wash that you're killing a lot.
Yep.
And my body, my life, my purpose, there's two bodies, at least.
At least.
There's 10 hands, and there's 10 fingers and toes on the mother, and there's 10 fingers and toes on the baby.
That makes a point.
Different brains, different bodies,
yeah,
different everything. And it's like, my company said the other day that, you know, the only health procedure where you're guaranteed at least one of them's going to die.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. All right. Hey, John, appreciate you calling, my friend. 860-1440 is your number here. Want to give us a call? Love to talk to you. Whatever in your mind. Good morning. Who's this? Okay, see, this is why I don't want to get involved in it. I'm sorry. I did cut him off earlier because I had to go to a break. So we ain't gonna keep having this. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Pretty good.
I know you're on a roll. So you're going to New York, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to check out the Big Apple.
You're going to talk to Sean Hannon.
Yeah. I got it.
we won't have nobody to look out for some of our entries.
Mm.
I had to call. I've been laying here concentrating. One of the other young ladies folks that called me, but W02 called me and said over the weekend, did they get in touch with you?
You know, I saw the calls, a couple of calls, and matter of fact, tell them I was going to do something for, her, but I can't do it until Friday. So just let them know.
I said you do that, but what she was calling you about,
Mhm.
they sell the spoiled food, so rotten food.
You know,
Gave them some bad food, rotten food.
I did call the guy that I was given his number to, left a message for him. He hasn't called me back yet, so I guess I'll have to call him.
But now, the thing that she was telling me too, some people don't have money on their books. Remember I said that one of your wife calls about to make a big issue out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent them some. I sent a little bit here and there. So some people don't have no money on the book. They poor, they destitute. Yeah, we're not talking about why they got in there, whatever. We talking about giving the food. Why would you give somebody some bad, rotten food? This all they have to eat. And so when they don't have anything to eat, I know they don't care nothing about that. I know folks don't care nothing about that once in office. Then those people have to go hungry. But now if they go on a hunger strike, then they make them take their medication and all this. But then and say the warden, so don't look at me, don't say nothing to me. That's Captain David. You see, we know their name. Say now, y'all put this on the radio, you put everything else on the radio. See, they diggity out there, you know. And say, put that on the radio and say they gave them some rotten food. Now I know you got good so-called Christian friends, white and black. This is black guilt, you know. I know they wouldn't get mad talking about his dog. They wouldn't give dog bad food.
No, they wouldn't.
They already say the food ain't fit for human consumption. They already eat garlic, and they buying food out the store. A lot of them can. That's why they want money on their book, and they pay for their own phone calls. See, a lot of people just lie about what's going on in there. So that's why I let them call me and call you. They'll tell you, they inside. They'll tell you how much it costs and what it costs. If they don't call, we don't know what's going on. Kim, do you think that was right to get those people that rotten food?
Well, of course not. If that in fact happened, of course not. I mean, yeah. No, I didn't say they were. But again, we're out here. I'm hearing what they say.
Wait a minute. You talking to those people,
right?
Man, so he gonna call you back.
Right. That's true. He ain't that busy. I've even talked to my friend Senator Garfoot, and I've actually talked to Representative Meadows. They ain't got me back with me yet, so.
They're not that busy.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Rotten food, and then you send somebody out there and they say, well, yeah, what they saying is true. But what the hell are you going to do about it? You know why? They don't call back. They don't return our call because they're not going to do anything about it, and they can't do anything about it. So that's why they don't want to talk to nobody.
Mm. Well,
that's why they won't talk about it. But they want to get this message to you, and then on the other hand, yeah, they want you to do that. But the thing that they wanted to let you know that they gave them some rotten food. Said some of the girls out there don't have money on the book, and they have to eat out the kitchen. And so if they don't have nothing, then they got to go to bed home. That shouldn't be, man. All this other crap you can talk about.
Yeah.
All that money we got out there, and I hear the other thing I'm talking about how much of money they got out here, and they don't know what to do with it. He gave the sheriff $1 million. I guess that's $1 million to shut up. Then the other two people, y'all say one get 42 million and one get 40 million. I hear what be going on. That's nothing but just push money.
Yeah.
They say, and I tell you one thing, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get off. Todd Spain. Y'all pay attention. Every time he come on that radio, he tell y'all. He says money's out there. He said money's out there.
But they are limited because the federal government tells them what they can spend it on. Well, yeah.
He tell you that the money, y'all will say what you want about President Biden. He sent that money down there
But they got so many, right? But they got so many. They got so many stipulations on that money. It's a whole lot of money. Right. But if they tell them what you can and cannot do with the money, well, actually they have. Yeah, yes, they have. I know Singleton told. I mean, there are a lot of things you like fixing roof. You can't fix people's roof with it, even though rain may be coming in the house. Okay. Not with that. Not with that. No, you cannot with that government. With that money they send for. Because they all lie on TV. Well, let me get. Okay. Well, that's well they do. Well, again, I got to get somebody to tell you what they can spend because I tell you what they can't. We were talking about people. Well, yeah. Well, we get it. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's so many limits on the. They bring all that money in here, but they got limits on what you can actually do with it. It's almost like not having any sometimes. Well, you can't do this and you can't do that. I want to know if I was a politician, hell, I'd spend the money where I need to spend the money. And if I got to go to jail, I go to jail. But it doesn't make sense to have a whole bunch of money that you cannot spend except on certain things. It don't make no sense. But you know, that's just the way the federal government works. Anyway, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, our show has been brought to you by J.L. Lane Truck and Auto. JLLaneTruckandAuto.com. If you want to go over there and check out the inventory, please do that. As a matter of fact, if you're in the market, I'm trying to sell this Lexus 12.8, a 2005 Lexus RX 330, beautiful automobile. It's got 139,000 miles on it, but it's great. 12.8, they're almost giving it away. 2013 Ford Explorer Base 12.2. Okay, 2009 GMC Canyon SLE 11. That's down. 2004 Ford F50 looks almost brand new. 10.8, great truck. 2002 Ford King Ranch, beautiful truck. 10.4. You just can't beat these deals because every car is going up. 2000, and I love this 2003 Lincoln Town Car Signature Edition 9.8. Give them a call, but go to again. JLLaneTruckandAuto.com right now. While you at work, okay, I don't want you to be cheap. Wait till you get on your break and check it out. JLLaneTruckandAuto.com 272-4313. If you don't see it online, call and ask Steve about it. Maybe they can get you one. Okay, 272-4313. Okay, all of these cars have been cleaned and cleared of any known issues. They have passed a rigorous inspection process. So if you're ready to ride, go to 208 Gun Road or call 272-4313. And if they don't have it, call Steve. He'll get it. 272-4313. 272-4313. Again, you want to go to the website right now. Check it out. JLLaneTruckandAuto.com. All right, check it out. Let me see who this is. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
Hey, on Mr. Sankey's rant, and I would want to say that there is a truth in what he's saying, but I'm so glad that you brought some wisdom to the discussion that it's not as easy as just, all you have to do is push this button and you'll have this money and all these things will go away. And there are two sides to every story. There's no doubt there's things wrong in our prisons and jails and all the rest, but it's not as easy as just, all you got to do is this. And especially with government money, all government money has stipulations.
It does. It's like getting in bed with the devil. It's like getting in bed with the devil. So the minute you're in bed with him, somebody's gonna end up getting banged, but chances are it's gonna be you. Somebody.
There's no doubt our prisons, there's a lot of things wrong with our prisons. I mean, it'd be nice if you could get somebody from the prison system that could just give the other side of the story for the listen to.
But you can't get them on. You can't get them. I mean, you call them. You call your state representatives. You call the prison. They put you in a one of those loops where you go to this voicemail, and get you back to the first voicemail. I mean, it's crazy that people who work for us, we can't reach them on the telephone. You know, so
I find that with almost everything nowadays. That call, you can try to call anybody, get routed to the Philippines.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for bringing your convoys to a lot of these places.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, you called all these people, and if I get one more call to route to the Philippines, I mean, like, we can't answer the phone in America anywhere. Although I've got nothing to get the folks in the Philippines because they nice people, but you know, sometimes that accent's a little tough on them, brother. You know, sometimes I can't quite understand what I'm saying. But I will say there's some of the nicest people on the phone that I want to talk to. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Kelvin.
Yeah.
This is Cookie. How you doing this morning?
Pretty good.
I'm calling in to talk about these issues at the prison because they had the air flight to incarcerated loved ones from Donaldson to the hospital. And as of yesterday, there was a major fire at Donaldson. There was not a fire truck anywhere to put it out, no one around to put it out or calm down the fire. The inmates have not had any dumpsters that were clean to put garbage in. So the fire was all of the garbage and stuff that was outside of the prison, like inside the walls, inside of the fence, but outside of the walls of the prison. And it was a major fire. And I mean, this is not stopping. The inmates are up there burning garbage because they have nowhere to put the garbage. People are being mid-flighted out because they're being stabbed, they're being poisoned, they're being drugged. There has been over 13 drug overdoses in one prison just this week.
I'm still trying to figure, how do you get drugs in the prison?
Well, how do they get drugs in the prison when there's no visitation?
I mean, there's only one obvious answer to that.
At the prison, they had a man that collapsed. They couldn't wake him up, and it was due to the heat, we believe. But they ended up taking to the inmates, took him to the infirmary. Our incarcerated loved ones took another one to the infirmary after they tried several times for several minutes to wake him up. So where was the guard when all this is going on? When these fires are being set, or when Kay Abbey just got a $725 million use of a bond to build these prisons on top of the other money that was $400.
Listen, I can call our representatives all I want to. Of course, first thing out of their mouth is most times they can't do. I mean, somebody's got to be able to do something. You know,
the representatives can't do anything.
Then
the people in the prison can't do anything.
Then who can do something?
The commissioner can't do anything.
I mean,
can't get him on the phone. The commissioner
yeah.
actually at one of the prisons when some of this stuff was going on.
Yeah.
But it has not made me.
It's gonna have to be the people who really, they got to be willing to come to Montgomery and stand outside this guy's office and don't be moved. Or if you're gonna move, they're gonna have to move me. Because they're not gonna listen to guys on the radio too often. They ain't people like that. Because when you're in prison, most of them don't really care much about you. They just don't.
Well, I'm not trying to make this political, but it is political because a lot of this stuff floats all the way up. You know, when you crap in the toilet, it floats up to the top, which means our government officials. I'm not making an endorsement by any means, but from what I understand, Kay Ivey is in the runoff for November. Well,
she's not in the runoff. She's not in the runoff. I mean, she's a candidate on the Republican side against Miss Yolanda Flowers. So.
Got the Democratic Party support.
Right.
So we need to start making some changes. And the change, you know, as Barack Obama said, we are the change. The change is us, and the change is now.
Yeah.
And we have to get out there and vote and make the change.
Yeah.
And make a difference in what's happening with our government. We need.
Well, and you got to be willing. You got to be willing to put something on the line. You got to come to Montgomery. They listen. All these small little towns in the South, nobody cares until you collectively get together. They got to come to Montgomery. They got to stand in front of this guy's office, and I know you do.
They need to start coming and being there for their family.
Yep. All right.
Drive back and forth from Birmingham, get my kids and stuff, drive me back and forth.
We need to do that. Wait. Here's what we need to do. What they did on January 6th. Hire some buses and bring people up here. Maybe we can put a thing together.
Be responsible responsible for helping the sick, the shut in, the disabled.
Yeah.
And help get them in there. And the ones that are in prison, they can, some of them can vote because a lot of them, all they got to do is send in a absentee ballot. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
It's a pamphlet that we have out that is the voting through the prison pipeline. They need to start voting in prison. They can vote.
Yeah.
They're even felons can vote.
Well, we can't quit, but I'll lend my ear. I'll lend the ear and call whoever I can call. But I guess I'm just going to have to go up there and make the news, I guess, and stand in the guy's office and let him arrest me. Because somebody needs to talk. If nothing else, people want to hear these people who are in charge and explain. If these things are not true, tell us. If they are true, tell us what you're doing about it. Yeah, I don't have any reason. Yeah, I don't have any reason not to believe you, but I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe something, I don't know. Anyway, appreciate it. My time's just about up, but again, just because you're in prison doesn't mean you ought to be treated like worse than dogs. I mean, it doesn't mean that. Yeah, but the people whose loved ones are in these prisons, they're the ones who's got the power. I'll give you the airways, but you're the one with the power. Okay, I'm like Roberto Franklin. I can go with you, but I can't go for you. That's the best I can do. It's 8:57 times almost up already. Man, where's these great hours? Where all these hours go? Okay. Anyway, I know. Listen, somebody get the mayor on the phone in New York. Tell him I'm coming, and that we need to, give me the key to the city and stuff like that. I'm going up there. Yeah, I'm going to going to ride the subway or something. Hopefully, I won't get robbed. Leave the money someplace else. Okay, take the card. Don't take cash. Nobody ever robbed you in New York and said, can I get that credit card and slide it through my machine here? Because you can't hold a machine and the gun both at the same time. So take a card, don't take cash. Yeah, rarely does a crook have a credit card machine. I'm just saying, take the card. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. And remember today's thing is it's whose hand it's in. Okay, that means who do you put your trust in? Put it in the right place. Good morning to you. It's a great day to be alive.
News update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday. The Supreme Court's landmark ruling on abortion sent shockwaves across the U.S.
Look it out.
Coast to coast, with thousands mobilized on behalf of women's reproductive health rights. In Montgomery, 100 people gathered near the Alabama Department of Archives and History, saying they're disappointed in the Supreme Court's decision. 75th Annual Chilton County Peach Festival is officially in the books. Along with the fun and festivities, the Peach Festival brings in